1-2. Howell in front. Howell comes set after a peek over at first base. Infield and double play depth. Here's the 1-2. A slider, liner towards short and over the head of Mikey Kane. Base hit. And a no-out single for Garrett Runyon on a two-strike pitch. Had him 0-2, and he singles to left field to push Leo Rivera to second base. And the two Whitman College players go back-to-back to begin the third inning. They're on first and second, and Will Fwenning is up next. Nobody out yet, top of the third. A 2-1 lead for the Walla Walla Sweets. Will Fwenning, like I mentioned, from Scottsdale and plays his college ball in Canyon, Texas for West Texas A&M. First pitch, he ropes it down the third baseline and foul. He did the opposite thing from his teammate Joey Craig, who's batting third in the lineup. Will Fwenning batting sixth. Craig is from the heartland of this great country. He's from Omaha, and then comes out west for his college ball at Glendale Community College in Arizona. Meanwhile, Will Fwenning did the opposite. 0-1 pitch. He lines it into center field, and in front of Doyle Kane, plays it on one hop. It'll not score a run, but it will load the bases on a single by Will Fwenning. Doyle Kane, a good job to get it back in, but each runner moves up 90 feet. Leo Rivera to third, Garrett Runyon to second, Will Fwenning to first, and Cooper Cross will be the batter with still nobody out, and the bases loaded. A walk and two singles. And Walla Walla is threatening here in the third inning. Harrison Howell comes set with the bases juiced. Now ground ball behind him, possible double play ball. Kirkpatrick underhands to Mikey Kane. The throw to first, not in time. It scores a run and an RBI for Cooper Cross on a fielder's choice, 4-6. And he's aboard at first, beating out the throw. A double play still would have scored a run, but at least Ridgefield would have gotten 2 outs from it. They do get 1 out on the play. Fwenning forced out at second. Runyon to third, and Leo Rivera scores. It's now 3-1. The Sweets in front. Jacob Marquez the batter. Runners in the corners, 1 out. And the top of the third inning. Harrison Howell trying to now get a double play ball within the inning. It's a fly ball to center field. Doyle Kane, a long run. He's able to grab it. They might score a run indeed. Tagging from third is Garrett Runyon, and he will come in standing up. It's a sac fly for Jacob Marquez to score Garrett Runyon. Cooper Cross goes back to first base. So now it's just a runner on first, 2 down. And Mason Masterson will be the batter. It's a 4-1 advantage now for Walla Walla. That's the problem with loading the bases with no outs. A lot of ways to score there, and a ground ball and a fly ball do it. A ball in the dirt, and on the wild pitch, advancing to second is Cooper Cross. Kind of a late break, but he got there. And now again a runner in scoring position for the Sweets. Already up 4-1 over Ridgefield. A 1-0 count from Harrison Howell. Fastball lined into center field. Doyle Kane will have to play it on a bounce. Coming around from second base, his cross. The throw is not in time. Skips away from Jacob Sharp. And it's an RBI single for Mason Masterson. That scores Cooper Cross from second base. Good throw from Doyle Kane, but just not in time. And on the throw, Masterson advances to second. So he's in scoring position. It's 5-1 Walla Walla in front with a 3-run third inning. Back to the top of the order, Michael Rollauer, the batter. And the runner on second base here in the third inning. Harrison Howell with Rollauer showing the barrel. Pulls back the bunt attempt and does not make an attempt. It's ball 1. Doyle Kane's had a lot of action out in center field. Had 3 balls hit his way. This one also a ground ball up the middle, stopped by Mikey Kane. Mikey throws across in time to get the out. The inning is over, but Walla Walla scores 3 runs on 3 hits, plus 2 RBIs that weren't on hits. A lot of productivity out of the Sweets in the third inning. We head to the bottom of the third. It is the Sweets 5 and the Ridgefield Raptors 1.
The Ridgefield Raptors are back, where the entire family can watch top-level college baseball players live at the Rourke. Now, kids 12 and under get in free with a paid adult for all Sunday afternoon Raptors games. Enjoy local Southwest Washington baseball with the whole family this summer. Sunday games are at 105 and are presented by Peace Health and the Columbian. Come cheer on your Ridgefield Raptors all season long. Get your tickets now at ridgefieldraptors.com. Go Raptors!
At Eden Health, our commitment is to caring. We recognize the importance of caring for others, and we consider it a privilege. We are committed to addressing our patients' specific needs, providing hands-on care and services, helping families through tough situations, and supporting our fellow employees. We listen, build relationships, and go above and beyond to create meaningful experiences throughout our continuum of care. Whether you find yourself a patient to any of the Eden Health services lines or you become part of our team, you will notice the Eden Health difference.
Walla Walla jumping out in front after a 6-2 victory yesterday over the Ridgefield Raptors in 6 innings. They get out again by 4 runs. It's a 5-1 margin. Ridgefield will have the top of the order coming up. Trent Prokes to lead off, as Ridgefield did get 1 run in the first inning when Prokes led off and ultimately scored an RBI double by Will Chambers. And Trent Prokes will try to get on board and do some damage again here in the third. Bottom half of the third inning, 5-1 deficit for Ridgefield. And the series finale, rubber match against the Sweets. A fastball down and away. And it's ball 1 to Trent Prokes, headed to Cal State Bakersfield this year. Played for 3 years at Modesto Junior College. Jace Hansen still in the game. The 1-0 pitch, a fastball low, ball 2. I say played 3 years at Modesto Junior College. I'm using the word played a bit liberally. He spent 3 years at Modesto Junior College. They did not play a full 2020 season. 2-0 pitch is high. Ball 3 to Trent Prokes, and even more so liberally in terms of the 2021 season, which Modesto Junior College did not play at all. But they did come back for a full season this spring in 2022. Didn't play in 21. Trent Prokes watches another ball. 4-pitch walk, and he's aboard again. Has a single and a walk today, and Trent Prokes aboard. Mikey Kane is up next. Speaking of walks, Kane has been quite patient at the plate this series. First 2 games, he walked 4 times in total. And that's just the base on balls variety. Doesn't even count hit by pitches, which he has a proclivity for. Launches a ball low from Jace Hansen, who misses the strike zone on his first 5 pitches this inning. Nobody out, 5-1 is the deficit for Ridgefield, bottom of the third. Mikey Kane has walked 4 times this series. He's also gotten hit by a pitch 3 times just through the first 3 games of the year. 1-0 pitch is down, ball 2. The first game of the year, there were only 2 guys who got hit by a pitch in that game, and they were both Mikey Kane. I mean, he got hit by a pitch twice, nobody else a single time. When he's put the ball in play, he's been productive at a 330-foot home run in the opening game of this series. 2-run bomb on Friday. Also had a sac fly. Had 2 hits on Friday, 2 hits on Wednesday. Batting in the 2-hole. 2-0 pitch to him is inside, ball 3. Trent Prokes at first, Mikey Kane the batter, and Jacob Sharp is in the on-deck circle for the Raptors. Infield and double play depth, although the shortstop Cross playing pretty far from the bag. 3-0 pitch is in the zone. First strike of the inning for Jace Hansen. An action count for Trent Prokes. Could steal here. I have a feeling he's not going to be running on the pitch, however. Just a guess, and indeed he doesn't. It's a pop-up to right field. Fwenning coming in and has an easy time with it. Makes the catch. And good thing that Trent Prokes wasn't stealing. He'll jog back to first. And a fly out to right field for Mikey Kane. It's Jacob Sharp up next. Got a broken bat ground out. And using a teammate's bat. Now to hit in the third inning. 1 out and 1 on for the Raptors. Bottom of the third. A 5-1 lead for Walla Walla here in the Sunday matinee. $3 Tuesdays, one of the new giveaways or promotions for Ridgefield this year. Won't have a chance to use it this Tuesday. The Raptors are in Kelowna. But next Tuesday against Edmonton, first Tuesday home game of the year. A ball to Jacob Sharp. It's 1-0 to Ridgefield's catcher. Second pitch also low. 2-0 from Jace Hansen. The runner on first. And 1 out here in the third inning. Yesterday, Walla Walla winning 6-2. And not a complete game. First time in the last couple of years that Ridgefield has had an abbreviated game. Runners going on the 2-0 pitch. A called strike. Prokes sliding feet first. Oh, what a throw from Kevin Spear. A beauty of a toss by the catcher. And Cross didn't even have to, or Michael Rollauer, the shortstop, didn't even have to move his glove once he caught it. Just snagged it on the first base side of second base. And Kevin Spear should get 2 assists on that play, in my opinion. Well, he'll get 1, but it's a dandy of a throw by Kevin Spear. A pop-up from Jacob Sharp. It was a decent jump by Trent Prokes. Needed a perfect throw from Kevin Spear, and he did just about that. 2 outs in the inning, and the base is empty. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Jacob Sharp. A breaking ball outside for ball 3, full count. So the game stopping in the middle of the 7th inning. Officially, it's a 6-inning game, because if you stop a game in the middle of an inning, you have to allow both teams to have the same number of at-bats. So you just go back to the last completed inning. Full count to Sharp. He gets a hold of one. It's a foul ball, but this one is deep to left field and very foul and hits the tent out by the entryway. That is a long ways away. That's a 320-foot foul ball by Jacob Sharp. Full count, 2 outs, base is empty from Jace Hansen into the wind. The right-hander deals a breaking ball, hits a left field. This one for a fair ball and a base hit. A single snagged by Cooper Cross. And Jacob Sharp restarts the action on the base paths with a single to left. That's where it's so important for catchers to be good defenders. If Kevin Spear had not thrown that excellent toss down to second base to nab Trent Prokes stealing, Trent probably would have scored on that hit. Would have been an RBI single for Sharp. And instead, Kevin Spear saves a run with a caught stealing, adds an out on the board. And as it stands, it's 2 outs, runner at first for Will Chambers. Had an RBI double and his only at-bat so far. First pitch to Will. He takes 3/4 of a swing at it, changed his mind partway through. On a pitch up above the zone. Strike 1 on Will Chambers. Had a home run on Wednesday with 3 walks. Yesterday went 1 for 2 with 1 walk. Throw over to first, and Sharp, who is taking a pretty good-sized lead, is still able to get back. Will Chambers doubling to right center in the first inning. 108 miles an hour off the barrel. This time the center fielder Craig shaded that way to right center. 0-1 pitch gets through the catcher Spear, and Sharp is able to get to second on a wild pitch. Probably should have been stopped by Spear, but it was in the turf. And it got just underneath his mitt. 1-1 count with a runner on second base now. And Jacob Sharp and Will Chambers the batter. Ridgefield trailing this contest by a score of 5-1. 2 outs in the home half of the third inning. Hansen looking back at second, kicks and throws on the inner half for strike 2. Last time Will Chambers was at the plate, Joey Craig was positioned more straightaway center or even shaded a bit towards left center. This time he's taken about 7 steps towards right center field, more towards where Will Chambers hit that ball last time. Joey Craig remembering that play. 1-2 pitches down and outside ball 2. Big hole in left center field for Will Chambers. He can go opposite way, although he is primarily a pull hitter. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner on second for Will Chambers. Waves the bat around and puts it over his shoulder. Chase Hansen kicks and throws. Foul ball back by Will Chambers. Good looking swing and was on time with it. Trying to wait for that fastball and hunt the four-seamer. Will Chambers, the designated hitter, wearing 24, just like last year. Second-year Raptors player. Had 8 home runs a year ago. 1 more this year so far. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Curveball high, ball 3. Michael Hicks had 9 home runs in 2019 to lead all players on the team. Will Chambers had 8 last year, which led the league. There were fewer games in the league, and so the league leader had fewer. And often, most years, there might be one player who gets to double-digit home runs. Will led the league with 8. Full count, 2 outs to Will Chambers. Fastball low, and Will Chambers works another walk. His 5th of the series. Sharp stays at second, and it's now up to Doyle Kane to try to get an RBI. 2 outs, 2 on for the Raptors, down by 4. Third inning for Ridgefield. Bottom half, Doyle Kane, who lined out to the first baseman to close the first inning right after Ridgefield had taken a 1-0 lead. Walla Walla has scored 5 runs unanswered between the last couple of innings. Chase Hansen throws off speed above the zone, ball 1. Doyle Kane 2 for 3 yesterday. Had a double on the first pitch of the 6th inning last night, but got stranded. What turned out to be the final inning of the game due to rain. Now he's trying to make sure Jacob Sharp doesn't get stranded like he did yesterday. Fouls one off his fist, and it is strike 1 for Doyle Kane, center fielder today. Had 3 hits on Wednesday, 2 hits on Friday, and 2 hits yesterday. Mostly singles, but did have 1 double yesterday. 6 singles and a double on the year for Doyle Kane. At .341 this year at College of the Canyons. Finishing out his eligibility there. Foul ball again. Still has a couple more years, I believe 3. Yeah, he just said today, 3 more years of eligibility in college. He'll use it as a 4-year institution. He's just not sure which one. But he does have some opportunities. Some various schools, mostly in California. He'll say when he's ready which one he's going to commit to. But he does have some schools interested in him. 1-2 the count to Doyle Kane. Swings and again fouls it off. 3 straight foul balls for Doyle Kane. He spent the last few years at College of the Canyons in Santa Clarita, California. From that area. La Cañada. Living with his brother Mikey. He also finished out at College of the Canyons, so they'll both be transferring away. I think Chris Cota is pretty sad about that, the head coach at COC, but he's happy to see his players find other opportunities. 1-2 pitch, wild to the backstop, and Kevin Spear has to track it down, watching both runners advance 90 feet. And now 2 runners in scoring position for the Raptors. Doyle Kane doesn't need to tie the game with 1 swing, but he can cut into it a bit. It's a 4-run deficit. And there's 2 RBIs waiting for him on the base paths. Not to make it sound easy, Chase Hansen has only allowed 1 run today and it's been unearned. Bottom of the 3rd. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Fastball, Kane swings. It pops out of the glove. And they'll have to throw down to first. So throw a bit high, stepping on first, and there is the out. A drop 3rd strike. And Doyle Kane is retired to end the inning. Ridgefield gets 3 men aboard, but strands 2 of them and does not score in the 3rd inning. A caught stealing, a fly out, and a strikeout are ultimately the 3 outs in the bottom of the 3rd inning. We're on to the 4th, 1/3 the way through this ball game. And so far it's Walla Walla 5, Ridgefield 1.
Are you looking for a career that's team-oriented with great pay and great benefits? Then look no further than C-Tran. We're looking for individuals to join our team. We offer paid vacations, holidays, and sick days, plus exceptional medical and dental coverage, educational assistance, a paid fitness program, cruise retirement, and so much more. Be a part of C-Tran's diverse family, where we put the care back in career. Check us out at c-tran.com/careers.
Holt Homes is proud to be a local builder. We embrace all that is special about Oregon and Southwest Washington. The natural beauty of the landscape, the dynamic climate, the community that brings us together. It's why we live and build in this place that we love. Holt Homes, built for the Pacific Northwest. Find home today at holtpnw.com.
Inning number 4 through 3 innings at the Ridgefield Outdoor Recreation Complex. The Walla Walla Sweets accounting for 5 runs on 5 hits, 1 error. And the Ridgefield Raptors 1 run on 4 hits and no errors for Ridgefield today. Howell on the mound on this sunny middle part of the game. And Kevin Spear to lead off this inning, the catcher and batting second for Walla Walla. Takes a ball outside. And it's 1-1 from Harrison Howell. Left the bases loaded when he came in as a reliever. 2 outs, bases loaded, got out of it, retiring the next batter in the second inning. Throws a slider for a ball just high. 2-0 the count. Then in the third inning, he pitched the whole frame himself and got the bases loaded, so he created the same problem he inherited from the previous inning and didn't quite go as well. Allowed 3 runs ultimately. 2-0 pitch, swing and a miss. And it's 2 balls and 1 strike, but Howell did a good job of enduring through it and did strand a runner in scoring position. Walla Walla has already stranded 5 today through the first 3 innings. 2 balls and 1 strike from Harrison Howell. And a slider inside, ball 3. 3-1 the count to Kevin Spear, recent graduate from Bishop Blanchett High School. Headed to Gonzaga this year. The 6-foot, 180-pounder bats from the right side. Has a 3-1 count. Kicking and throwing is Harrison Howell. A fly ball on the right side. Pop up for Safea Mawai. And the first baseman pulls it in. So Joey Craig is the batter. Harrison Howell has now gone through the lineup 1 time. Craig was the first batter he encountered with the bases loaded in the second inning. He got Craig to fly out to left field. And now Joey Craig has a second chance against Harrison Howell, although much different situation. 1 out, bases empty. Top of the 4th inning, a 5-1 lead for the Walla Walla Sweets. Howell, who works from the stretch at all times, a slider for a strike. Uses the middle of the rubber. A lot of pitchers will try to edge all the way towards the third base side or the first base side, just get a different angle. He just spots it up right in the middle of the rubber and comes right down Main Street. The 0-1 pitch, a slider for a strike, a swinging strike, and he's ahead 0-2. Joey Craig, headed to his second year in college, 2021 high school graduate, Omaha Central High School. That's an 0-2 count from Harrison Howell, a fastball high and away. I mentioned that Will Fleming did the opposite, so his teammate Will Fleming went from Scottsdale in Arizona to Texas, whereas Joey Craig went from Nebraska to Arizona. So he goes to Arizona for his college ball at Glendale Community College, while Will Fleming left Arizona for his college ball at West Texas A&M. A foul ball on the ground, third base side to Peter Abenanti, the interim head coach for Walla Walla, awaiting their debut with their new manager, Brandon Van Horn. He's finishing out his college tenure with New Mexico State this season. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And a swing and a miss from Joey Craig on the off-speed. Good throw from Harrison Howell to fool him. Been going a lot of fastball, and these batters are starting to miss the off-speed pitches when Howell's dropping it below the zone. Strikeout swinging. Leo Rivera, the batter, with 2 outs and nobody on. Looking for the first 1-2-3 inning of the ball game for Harrison Howell. Trailing 5-1 to the Walla Walla Sweets. Top half of the 4th inning. First pitch of this at-bat is a called strike to Leo Rivera. Walla Walla scoring 3 runs last inning. including one guy who got aboard via a walk. They've scored 3 runs today by guys who got aboard via free passes, walks, or hit by pitches. A ball from Harrison Howell to even the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. Leo Rivera from Seattle, Washington. Probably a Mariners fan. Seattle tied it up with Texas, but then gave up a lead. 3-2 the score. Rangers in front. Harrison Howell misses low for ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. The Angels came back to tie with the Phillies 6-6. Or the Phillies came back, I should say, other way around. Phillies tie at 6-6. The Padres and Brewers tied up at 3 apiece. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Fastball outside, and it's 3-1. The Yankees a walk-off against the Detroit Tigers 5-4 today at Yankee Stadium. And the Giants beat the Marlins 5-1. A lot of MLBs going around. College baseball in the regional phase. Some of those regionals coming to an end today. 3-1 pitch, a fastball looped into right field, fairly deep. Trent Prokes going back. He's going to give up. This ball way over the fence in right center field. Leo Rivera goes opposite way for a solo home run. A 2-out bomb for Leo Rivera, his first of the season. And the Walla Walla Swedes take a 6-1 lead. He has scored twice today, making up for his double play in the first inning. And since then has walked and scored and homered and scored. Scoring in 2 consecutive innings. Garrett Runyon, the batter, his college teammate. They're both from Whitman College. With 2 outs, he takes a strike from Harrison Howell. 6-1, the advantage for Walla Walla. Top of the 4th. Walla Walla Sweets, who play their home games at Borleski Stadium in Walla Walla, Washington, have yet to play a game this summer there. This is their first series of the year on the road. A slider bounced foul to make it 0-2. Whitman College plays their home games also at Borleski, so they've got 3 players from Whitman on the roster who will just stay at home and keep on playing games at Borleski, which is a nice stadium. I liked it there last year at Whitman. Whitman / Walla Walla / Borleski. It's a good town. Fun series to end the regular season. 0-2 pitch, a fastball just below the knees, ball 1. Base is empty. 2 down for Garrett Runyon, who hit .303 for Whitman this year, made second team all-conference. The 1-2 pitch to him is a slider. He hits the center field. Doyle Kane starts to run backwards. At first was running laterally and then realized that ball was carrying a little bit, but he's still able to get under it and makes the catch in front of the warning track in left center field. That is the 3rd out of the inning. Walla Walla does get 1 run on 1 hit, a solo home run. Other than that, Harrison Howell gets all 3 batters out that he faced. And so we are on to the bottom of the 4th inning. It's the Walla Walla Sweets 6 and the Ridgefield Raptors 1.
Hey baseball fans, after the game visit A, the area's premier gaming, dining, entertainment, and meeting destination. A is a proud supporter of the Ridgefield Raptors and the perfect place to meet up with friends after a Raptors win for dinner, drinks, and great times. Keep the fun and excitement going after the 9th inning and grab beers at Tom's Urban, or enjoy a perfectly cooked porterhouse at Michael Jordan's Steakhouse. With 100,000 square feet of gaming space, 15 different restaurants, bars, and retail outlets to choose from, A has just what you need to turn your night at the ballgame into a night you won't forget. A, just off I-5 at exit 16, ILANIresort.com.
The Ridgefield Raptors are back, where the entire family can watch top-level college baseball players live at the Rourke. Now, kids 12 and under get in free with a paid adult for all Sunday afternoon Raptors games. Enjoy local Southwest Washington baseball with the whole family this summer. Sunday games are at 105 and are presented by Peace Health and the Columbian. Come cheer on your Ridgefield Raptors all season long. Get your tickets now at ridgefieldraptors.com. Go Raptors!
Mawai will lead off an inning for the second time today. It's the Walla Walla Sweets leading 6-1 in this ballgame. Bottom of the fourth inning, Mawai the batter against Jace Hansen for the second time. He struck out to lead off the second inning. It'll be Mawai, McCarthy, and Espinoza the batters for the Ridgefield Raptors. 6, 7, 8 hitters in the lineup for Ridgefield. Bottom of the fourth, 5-run margin to try to make up here and avoid losing a series to open up the year after winning in the opener and losing yesterday. So the rubber match today. Jace Hansen still in the game for Walla Walla. Misses low. It's 2 balls and a strike to Safea Mawai, first baseman today for Ridgefield. Here comes Hansen with the fastball that Mawai pops up on the left side, tailing for the berm, and it's going to land in foul territory. In play, but none of those 3 defenders could sprint to it about 200 feet down the line. And it lands for a foul ball, 2-1 the count. Jace Hansen has gone 3 innings so far without an earned run. He's given up 4 hits. He's walked 2 and struck out 3. This is the 15th batter he has faced. And Safea Mawai, the tough one, had 3 hits and 2 walks on Friday. Takes a ball in the turf for a 3-1 count now to Safea Mawai. Infield playing him straight up. Outfield a touch deep, especially in center field. Just a few steps in front of the track is Joey Craig. Here's the 3-1. Fastball down, and Mawai draws a walk to lead off the fourth inning. 5-pitch, base on balls, and Riley McCarthy will be the hitter.
Riley McCarthy.
Ridgefield settling down defensively. The Raptors had some difficulty getting used to the rain yesterday. And a lot of balls hit in play early on in that game. Committed 3 errors in the first 3 batters of the game. It was just kind of a rough start. And a lot of rain. McCarthy, talking about losing grip, loses the bat on a foul ball. And it hits the netting above the dugout. Everybody's okay. Steven Espinoza in the on-deck circle snags it. And McCarthy says, all right, I'm good. I don't need any pine tar. I'll go right back up and do it again. Well, not the same thing again, one should hope, but he's all right with it. 0-1 the count after the foul ball. Nobody out, runner on first. 6-1 the lead for Walla Walla. The 0-1 pitch to him, does not swing, bounces behind Spear, and that will allow Safea Mawai to advance to second on a wild pitch. 1-1 the count to Riley McCarthy. After those 3 errors yesterday, Walla Walla settled down and played cleaner baseball from there on out and have not committed an error today. Bottom of the fourth inning. Walla Walla winning with 6 runs on 6 hits, 1 error, and Ridgefield 2 runs on 5 hits. A called strike to McCarthy, and it's 1-2. He has not yet swung since losing his bat. Might have to do it here. Protecting with 2 strikes. Has a single in this game, an infield base hit, and a stolen base to his name today. Out of University of Portland, the 1-2 pitch. He does not swing. It's in the dirt. Mawai considered breaking for third. Makes the wise choice to hold at second base. Nobody out. Ridgefield just needs base runners. 1 run would help here, but Mawai's got to make sure he doesn't run into an out. They'll need 5 of them to tie up the game. Doesn't all need to be this inning, but the runner on second and nobody out, good chance to cut away at the lead. 2-2 pitch is high and in, almost clipped McCarthy. It does tip off the glove of Spear, and that will allow Mawai to get to third base. Probably going to call that one a pass ball, but either way, Mawai to third. And now it's a full count to Riley McCarthy. Runner on third, nobody out. Infield playing back. Content to give up a run if McCarthy puts one on the turf. Here's the payoff pitch. Fastball, he fouls back. His first swing since the first pitch of this at-bat when he lost the bat. And then sees 4 pitches after that. And on the 5th one, he swings and holds on to the barrel, or onto the bat itself, and fouls it behind home. So as a runner on third, full count, nobody out. Bottom of the 4th inning. Walla Walla has scored in 3 consecutive innings. Ridgefield trying to do something of their own. 3-2 pitch, fouls it off, and lost one hand on the bat again. He's having some trouble. Needs some pine tar or something maybe. But his left hand came off the handle and was able to grip it with his top hand. It's hard to not get in your head a little bit as a hitter to realize I'm having a tough time just gripping this thing. 3-2 the count to McCarthy. Swings, holds on to it, flies it to right field, tailing towards the line. 3 players going for it. It lands in fair territory. McCarthy around first. 3 fielders are, no, they're saying a foul ball. I thought it was a fair ball on the line, and Jim Courtney says foul ball down the right field line. 3 fielders tumbling over each other, and it is ruled a foul ball. McCarthy would have gotten a second. Jim Courtney doesn't really have any help. He's the home plate umpire, and there's only one field umpire, and he's behind the mound, so he doesn't have as good of a look at it, so there's really no chance for a second look at it. Off the bat, it looked easily foul, but stayed in fair territory, or so I thought. Thought it landed a couple inches inside the line. But called a foul ball, and we'll have to do it all over again. Mawai back to third base, still nobody out. 5-run lead for the Sweets. Another payoff pitch to Riley McCarthy. Swings, ground ball through the left side, and he is able to get a similar result by a more conventional method. Just a line drive into left field. Gets an RBI for it to score Safea Mawai. It's now 6-2. Ridgefield chipping away at the lead, still nobody out in the last of the 4th inning. Canceling out the 1 run scored by Walla Walla in the top half of this frame. Rain starting to come down a little bit as Espinoza loops one down the right field line. That's going to be a fair ball by 5 feet. Riley McCarthy will get to third at least. Espinoza to second for a double. They will hold McCarthy at third. And with nobody out, it's a double for Steven Espinoza down the line in right field for his first extra base hit as a Raptor. Riley McCarthy to third, Espinoza in scoring position as well, and Nate Kirkpatrick the batter. With still nobody out, and the fans starting to throw on their jackets. As the rain's coming down, not too hard yet. It's coming down pretty darn steady yesterday. Not expected to quite be as bad today. After all, we haven't seen rain until now. 64 degrees in Ridgefield. Supposed to be some light rain over the course of the next hour, but not too bad, and clearing off in the 4 o'clock hour and then coming back stronger later in the evening. So hopefully it'll just be light showers that may even taper off, but likely some light precipitation for a good portion of the next hour. Won't be too hard, but it might be somewhat steady for the next 30 to 45 minutes. But hey, I'm no meteorologist. I can just read a weather app, so your guess is as good as mine. Nate Kirkpatrick is the batter, nobody out. Bottom of the 4th inning. 6-2 is the lead. Ridgefield trailing. 2 in scoring position. Kirkpatrick frozen by a breaking ball from Jace Hansen. And a called strike. Both teams with 6 hits in this game. But Walla Walla able to bring more runners around home, more free passes. Outfield playing straight up to Nate Kirkpatrick from St. Mary's College. 0-1 pitch is inside. Did he go around? No. Checked his swing. Kirkpatrick at the plate with an RBI opportunity. He flied out to right field in his first at-bat. That's a 1-1 count from Jace Hansen. He's trying to work through the 4th inning. Still nobody out. 1 ball and 1 strike to Kirkpatrick. From the stretch, a fastball swing and a miss, and it's 1-2 to Kirkpatrick. St. Mary's College of California, been established since 1863. Patty Mills played there, Australian basketball player in the NBA. Mark Teahan from the Washington Nationals. It's the 1-2 pitch. It's down and in. 2-2 the count to Nate Kirkpatrick. an incoming freshman with the Gales. He's not yet played for St. Mary's. We'll head to Moraga this fall to begin classes. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 on in scoring position, and nobody out in the 4th. Jace Hansen comes home with it, just inside for ball 3. Good work from Nate Kirkpatrick to make Hansen work for it. Right after a quick at-bat for Espinoza, doubling the first pitch down the right field line. And now Kirkpatrick, a slower-paced at-bat. Here's the payoff pitch. It's inside, ball 4, and the bases are loaded. 6-pitch walk for Nate Kirkpatrick, and that turns the lineup over. Leadoff man, Trent Prokes. It was 1 for 1, a single and a walk. He has scored once and been caught stealing the other time at second base.
Raptor fans, put your hands together for Trent Prokes.
And a bases loaded opportunity for the right fielder from Modesto, California. Here comes Jace Hansen for the 3rd time to Trent Prokes and begins him with a fastball low for ball 1. Ridgefield trailing by 4 runs and a chance to really make some damage here. 1-0 pitch, looped foul down the third base side and into the streets on the grassy patch down that side. Good smattering of fans here in Ridgefield, enjoying 2 hours of sunny baseball, or an hour and a half, or about 90 minutes into this game. And then a little bit of rain. It's more overcast now, but not too wet. 1-1 the count to Trent Prokes. Here's the pitch. Curveball. Low, not by much. Ball 2. Started out just above the zone and dropped to the knees. 2-1 the count. Still nobody out. 4th inning. Ridgefield looking for their first multiple run inning today. The 2-1 to Trent Prokes. Fastball away. Ball 3. Bases loaded. A 3-1 count to Trent Prokes. A 4-run deficit. Huge pitch right here. Could get an RBI walk. Could get a fat pitch down the middle, perhaps. Here's the 3-1 from Hansen. It is a fat pitch right down the middle. Fastball, he swings and puts it into center field for an RBI. They will hold Espinoza at third base to not risk it. Still nobody out. An RBI base hit right back up to center field. And Trent Prokes has 2 hits in the ball game, and 2 runs come in so far this inning. Still nobody out. And scores Riley McCarthy from third. Espinoza replaces him at third. Kirkpatrick to second. And Trent Prokes on first with his RBI single. It's 6-3. Walla Walla still ahead by 3 runs. Mikey Kane, the batter, 0 for 2 in the contest. In the bottom of the 4th inning, 2 runs in, no outs. Fastball, Kane swings and clips it foul behind home plate. Mikey Kane had 2 hits in the season opener Wednesday, 2 hits in the next game Friday. And yesterday did not have a hit, but did something productive every time. A walk, a sac fly, a hit by pitch, and another walk. No hits yet today, but still trying to do something beneficial. The 0-1 curveball into the zone, strike 2. An 0-2 count, bases loaded, nobody out. Bottom of the 4th inning, Ridgefield going from a 6-1 deficit to a 6-3 margin so far this inning. Infield towards double play depth, not playing in. Here's the 0-2 pitch to Mikey Kane. A half swing, and he just got a piece of it. Good work to stay alive. He was not convinced about that pitch. He was not trying to hit it out of the ballpark by any means. Just swing and avoid a strikeout. And he taps it foul behind home plate and will live to see another day. No balls, 2 strikes. Jacob Sharp is on deck. Nobody out, 4th inning. Mikey Kane awaiting the windup from Jace Hansen. Here's the pitch. He swings, and a chopper third base side foul by a couple of feet. And he again stays alive. 5th pitch of the at-bat upcoming, and still no ball thrown by Jace Hansen. He did allow a leadoff walk to Safea Mawai. Then a single by McCarthy, and then a double by Espinoza, a walk to Kirkpatrick, and a single by Prokes. No balls and 2 strikes to Mikey Kane. Here's the 5th pitch. He chases it up high and fouls it back. That one was chest high, would have been ball one. He has taken one for a strike and fouled 4 off. Mikey Kane taps home plate and looked back at Jace Hansen. Still no outs. 4th inning. Another 0-2 pitch. Fastball. He lines back up the middle. An 0-2 pitch. He ropes for a single. It'll give 1 RBI. The throw in from center field holds Kirkpatrick at third. It's 2 straight bases loaded singles for RBIs. Trent Prokes and Mikey Kane do the same thing to center field. That one with an 0-2 pitch on the 6th pitch of the at-bat. And Mikey Kane at first base. It scores Steven Espinoza. And there's going to be a pitching change here for Walla Walla. Jace Hansen was excellent through 3 innings. And then he faces 6 batters in the 4th inning and does not get any of them out. He gives up 2 walks and 4 hits in the 4th inning and has to exit with only 3 innings completed in the books, and he is responsible for all 3 runners on the base paths, having given up 2 runs already, and the tying run is now in scoring position. It's 6-4. Kirkpatrick at third, Prokes at second, Mikey Kane at first, and the batter will be Jacob Sharp. Will Chambers will be on deck. Doyle Kane will be next. Still nobody out in the 4th inning, and Ridgefield has already scored 3 runs this frame. It all started with Safea Mawai drawing a 5-pitch walk. He advanced to third after a wild pitch and a pass ball. Then Riley McCarthy thought he had gotten robbed on a fly ball down the right field line. He had a wild at-bat. He lost the bat on his first swing and then fouled a pitch down the right field line that landed fair by a foot, called a foul ball that would have been a double. Then he singled on the next pitch to left field. And then scored a little bit later. Espinoza doubled. Kirkpatrick walked. Prokes singled for an RBI. And Kane singled for an RBI. Colby Solomon will be the pitcher. Solomon out of Gonzaga University by way of Inglemoor High School. He's from Kenmore, Washington. Has not pitched yet for Gonzaga. Spent 1 year in Spokane. A 6-foot rising sophomore. 170-pounder. Out of Kenmore, Washington. So he inherits the bases loaded, trying to do the same thing that Harrison Howell did. The pitcher for Ridgefield still in the game, who came in with the bases loaded in the 2nd inning and left the bases loaded. Here's the difference, though. Howell only needed to get 1 out, whereas Colby Solomon has no outs to work with. Bases loaded for Ridgefield. Jacob Sharp, the batter. Ridgefield came into this inning down 6-1 and proceeded to score 2 runs. And they're not done yet. Jacob Sharp is the batter. Bases juice, nobody out. Bottom of the 4th. 2-run deficit. Trent Prokes representing the tying run at second base. First pitch from Colby Solomon is inside, nearly hit him. Jacob Sharp just got out of the way of it. Kind of looked back at the umpire saying, I could have stayed in for that one, couldn't have I? Could have gotten an RBI on a hit by pitch. Instead, he's ahead 1-0. Colby Solomon making his debut for the Sweets. The 1-0 pitch from the Gonzaga right-hander is fouled behind home plate. Sharp chasing a pitch outside, and it's 1-1. Prokes at second after his RBI single to center field. Mikey Kane at first after his RBI single to center field. Almost identical trajectories on those 2 batted balls. 1-1 pitch. This one, Sharp lays off it for ball 2. 2 balls and a strike. It's been 3 singles this inning, a double and 2 walks. And no outs recorded. Bottom of the 4th inning with Walla Walla ahead 6-4, but that lead in jeopardy. 2 balls and a strike from Colby Solomon. A fastball at 86 miles an hour is down and away. He has thrown 4 pitches. None of them have been in the strike zone. Jacob Sharp did swing at 1 of them, so it's 3-1. Here comes Colby Solomon with the 3-1 pitch. It is popped up a mile high on the infield, playable, and it should be a chance for the shortstop, and Rollauer does come in. And Sharp pops out on the infield fly. And so it'll be up to Will Chambers with 1 out in the inning now, bottom of the 4th inning. Ridgefield already scoring 3 in the frame. Chambers the 8th batter to come to the plate this inning. Doyle Kane on deck would be the 9th. Safea Mawai is in the hole. He led this inning off with a walk. 1 away, bases loaded. 6-4 lead for the Sweets. First pitch to Chambers is in the turf, bounce in front of home plate, and blocked by Kevin Spear. Chambers batting from the left side. Switch hitter. Faced Jace Hansen twice. He doubled and walked off him, batting from the other side. Now hitting left-handed. 1-0 pitch. Fastball on the inner half for strike 1. So Colby Solomon comes in with the bases loaded, nobody out, and induces a pop-up to get the first out of the inning, but he's got a lot of work left to do. Needs 2 more outs. Does have a 2-run lead to work with. Will Chambers at the plate. 1 ball and 1 strike. Curve ball, spits on it, strike 2. 1-2 the count with 1 away to Will Chambers. Has walked once today for his 5th walk of the series. He has a home run, a double, a single. Now in the finale, his biggest at-bat yet of the series. Bases loaded. 1-2 pitch, curve ball inside. Took some real finesse to lay off that one. It started out over the plate and ran in on the hands. If he had swung at that one, probably would have gotten jammed. And it came inside for ball 2. 2-2 the count, 1 out, bases loaded. Here comes Solomon with the 2-2. Fastball hit to center field, not too deep. Craig coming in, it'll drop in front of him. A base hit for Will Chambers, scores the 5th run. It's a 1-run lead for the Sweets. And Chambers delivers a little blooper to center field for an RBI. The last 3 hits have been singles to center field for 1 RBI. Solomon did a good job. He did not give up firm contact to Chambers. And at first I thought that one actually would get to Craig for a fly ball and perhaps a sac fly. This is even better. Still only 1 out for Doyle Kane. The rain's starting to come down a little bit as Doyle Kane steps in. 9th batter of the inning for Walla Walla. A fastball low and away for ball 1. Bases remain loaded, 1 out, infield and double play depth. It's a 1-run game. Walla Walla in front 6-5. Colby Solomon deals the 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss, and it's strike 1 on Doyle Kane. His brother Mikey delivered the 2nd of 3 consecutive RBI singles to center field. Doyle Kane is 0 for 2 so far today. 1 ball and 1 strike and 1 out for Doyle. Looping breaking ball high and outside. His father is in the ballpark today, Mike Kane, former professional football player, here today in Ridgefield. I believe both his parents are here. I did just see Mike, but I think both are here today in Ridgefield to watch both their sons play for the Raptors. Here's Doyle Kane with a 2-1 pitch. He swings and fouls it away. 2 balls and 2 strikes with 1 out. Saw his younger brother fight off a 2-strike pitch for an RBI single. Now he's got 2 strikes on him. Stays in the family. 2-strike opportunities. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Bases loaded for the Raptors. Tying run at third, and Trent Prokes. Here's the 2-2 pitch. High and outside, ball 3. Full count, bases loaded.
Let's give him some encouragement.
He's got his younger brother at second base representing the go-ahead run. Can Doyle Kane hit his brother in to take the lead? Or maybe tie it with Trent Prokes coming in. Still only 1 out. Full count. The pitch is popped up into right field. Fwenning takes a step back, and then the right fielder comes in looking up into the sky. He makes the catch. Prokes is tagging, coming for third. The throw is cut off, and that ties the game. Doyle Kane gets the RBI sac fly, and the Raptors have stormed back with 5 runs in the 4th inning, and we're knotted up at 6.
And that'll bring up
Mikey Kane advanced to third on the play. Will Chambers stayed at first. Trent Prokes scored from third at 6-6. And Safea Mawai will come up for his second plate appearance of the inning. Led off this inning with a walk and scored the first of 5 runs. He swings and fouls the ball, bouncing it at the plate and glanced off his hip. And a foul ball. 0-1 the count to Safea Mawai. Struck out in the second inning, walked in the fourth. Saw a pitching change in the middle of this inning. He's now facing Colby Solomon for the first time. Solomon has faced 3 batters. He got a pop-up, then a blooper for a single, then a fly out, and a run scored, not charged to him. The 0-1 pitch to Mawai is a high breaking ball. Who called for a strike, just dropped low enough. Into the top of the zone for strike 2. 2 outs, 2 strikes, 2 on. A 6-6 tie. Go-ahead run at third base and Mikey Kane. Can they storm all the way back and take a lead coming back from 6-1? The 0-2 pitch to Mawai. Fastball low. Looked like a good pitch at first. Mawai did a good job of not pulling the trigger. And it's a 1-ball, 2-strike count to Safea Mawai. Looking for his first hit since the Friday game. He had 3 hits that game and 2 walks, including a 3 RBI double. But then did not get a hit yesterday. The 1-2 pitch to him. Fastball, line drive past the third baseman into the corner. It'll score at least 1. Will Chambers around to third. He's going to get waved around from third base. Will Chambers trying to score from third. The throw is not in time, and Will Chambers scores from first on an RBI double. 2 RBIs for Safea Mawai, and the Raptors take the lead. It's an 8-6 lead. The Raptors have scored 7 runs in the inning. Mawai has come to the plate twice. He has walked, scored a run, and brought in 2 on a double.
Now at the plate is Riley McCarthy.
Will Chambers has now scored from first base twice this season. They have both been on doubles by Safea Mawai. McCarthy takes the ball. Riley McCarthy, the batter. It's 8-6 now. Ridgefield in front. On the play, Mikey Kane scored from third on the double down the left field line. Will Chambers got the wave around from Chris Cota. He was laboring down the line, but he got there. The 1-0 pitch, McCarthy bloops it into left center field, and it's going to drop for a base hit. Safea Mawai running on contact. The throw in from center field is too high. Riley McCarthy advances on the throw, and he's safe at second. An RBI single for Riley McCarthy, and Safea Mawai scores from second base. It's an 8-run inning.
These bats are on fire.
It's now 9-6, and Ridgefield is 1 run away from tying the record for most runs in an inning. Ridgefield back in 2019 scored 9 runs in 1 inning against Wenatchee. If Riley McCarthy can score, they'll tie that record. A ball outside to Steven Espinoza. 2 outs in the inning. They've brought up now 11 batters to the plate. And Espinoza is the 12th. He had a double earlier this inning down the right field line on the first pitch. Now he's ahead 1-0 to Colby Solomon, who's done a good job. He's not allowed too hard of contact except for Mawai's base hit. A ball down and away, 2-0. Back in August of 2019, Ridgefield scoring 9 runs in the 8th inning against Wenatchee in a blowout victory. They've got 8 runs today. Second time that they've scored 8 runs in a single inning. Second time this season. Did it in the season opener. 2-0 the count to Steven Espinoza. It's inside for ball 3. Runner at second for Ridgefield, which was down 6-1 coming into this half inning. They now lead 9-6. 11 hits now on the ball game. Espinoza taking all the way. It's called a strike. The Raptors have totaled 7 hits on the inning. There have not been any errors. It has not been bad Walla Walla defense. It's just been the Raptors raking. 3-1 pitch. It is on the outer half for strike 2. Colby Solomon 1 strike away from ending this tumultuous inning, or Steven Espinoza could plunge the dagger an inch further. Here's the full count pitch. Fastball popped up, foul, out of play. Steven Espinoza, the batter, with an RBI double, his first extra base hit of the season down the right field line, and scored later that inning. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, runner at second. Fastball just got under it and fouls it behind home plate. 2 straight foul balls on full count pitches, and Espinoza staying alive. An insurance run at second base here in the 4th inning. 8 runs in the frame. Another 3-2 pitch to Espinoza. High breaking ball, ball 4. And Espinoza draws a walk on an 8-pitch base on balls. And now there's runners on first and second for Nate Kirkpatrick, who will be the 13th batter to come to the plate this inning. Ridgefield with 7 hits
Here comes Nate Kirkpatrick.
and 2 walks. The only 2 outs are a pop-up and a sac fly. Kirkpatrick, the batter, swings and misses the first pitch. Even one of the 2 outs they recorded was still an RBI. Kirkpatrick with runners on first and second, 2 outs, bottom of the 4th inning. The Raptors ahead 9-6. Here's the pitch to Kirkpatrick, a big hack on a pitch at chin level, and it's strike 2. Ridgefield scoring 21 runs in the season opener Wednesday, 16 runs the next game. Then they got stymied for just 2 runs in a shortened game, only 6 innings. Yesterday, the 0-2 pitch from Solomon, high breaking ball, ball 1. 1-2 count with 2 outs, 2 on. This inning went walk, single, double, walk, single, single, pop out, single, sac fly, double, single, walk. Colby Solomon came in halfway through the inning and has pitched pretty well. All things considered, has given up 3 hits, but 2 of them have been bloopers. 1-2 pitch to Kirkpatrick, has not located the breaking ball very well. Is trying to drop that into the top of the zone or maybe induce a late swing from Kirkpatrick, but neither one has been particularly close. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 on. A fastball, Kirkpatrick on time with it, but fouls it behind home plate. 13th batter of the inning. Kirkpatrick walked earlier this inning and did score on Will Chambers' RBI. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here comes Solomon with the pitch. Breaking ball high, ball 3. All 3 balls this at-bat have come on the curveball that have stayed high. The fastball is located better, but Kirkpatrick is on time with the fastball. So can he locate the breaking ball, or is he going to try to just hit for contact and hope that his defense will get an out behind him? Here's the payoff pitch. Fastball. Kirkpatrick does reach out and get contact and fouls it back. Good location from Solomon, getting on the outer edge, and Kirkpatrick was not really able to load into it. Might have been a bit outside, part of the reason why, but Kirkpatrick fouls it back. Full count, 2 outs. Can the Sweets finally get out of this inning? Or will Ridgefield score another run? 8 runs in so far. Here's the payoff pitch to Kirkpatrick. He swings and fouls it off again. With the runners going, full count, 2 outs, which is even more dangerous for Walla Walla. If Kirkpatrick puts one into a gap, they could both score. Again, the Ridgefield record for most runs in 1 inning is 9. The Raptors have 8 this inning. Riley McCarthy at second base. Steven Espinoza at first. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. A 3-run lead for the Raptors. And Solomon steps over the rubber and looks McCarthy back to second. 7 hits so far in the inning. Solomon comes set. The right-hander comes home. Breaking ball high, ball 4. And the bases are loaded. So after an 8-pitch walk by Steven Espinoza, Nate Kirkpatrick does a very similar thing. a 9-pitch walk. After Solomon looked like he had settled down, he has to throw 17 pitches to back-to-back batters, and they both reach, and the bases are reloaded for Trent Prokes, who is the 14th batter to come to the plate this inning alone. Ridgefield ahead 9-6. Prokes had an RBI single earlier this inning. Takes a called strike from Colby Solomon. First time this pitcher and batter have faced against each other. Prokes with 2 singles and a walk today. His 4th plate appearance, and we're only in the 4th inning. The 0-1 to him, high breaking ball, and it's 1-1. Solomon has really not found the feel on that curveball. His fastball has shown better life, but has also been hit around a little bit. He's locating it better. Doesn't seem confident in throwing the breaking ball for a strike. Here's the 1-1. Fastball, and Prokes gets under it, popped it up, perhaps playable for Marquez, the third baseman under, having trouble, and it lands on the third baseline, a fair ball. It scores 2. Espinoza comes around, McCarthy scores, and it's a 2-run bloop pop-up for Trent Prokes, and the Raptors have scored 10 runs in the 4th inning. Marquez lost it, blowing around in the wind a little bit and looking up into the white sky. It goes down for a base hit for Trent Prokes, and he'll get 2 RBIs for it. And Ridgefield has now set a record for most runs in one inning. They scored 10 in a single inning. Ridgefield had never done that before, and they scored 10 in one inning, and now lead 11-6. And it's not Colby Solomon's fault. He got the pop-up. This one hit a mile to left field. Mikey Kane with the bat flip over the bullpen in left field. Mikey Kane, a 3-run bomb, and the Raptors just keep pouring it on in the 4th inning.
That home run by Mikey Kane, 99 miles an hour off the bat. 32-degree launch angle, 380 feet. The tail of the tape by Ho Ho's.
Nate Kirkpatrick scores, Trent Prokes scores, Mikey Kane scores. It's a 13-run inning by the Ridgefield Raptors, going from a 5-run deficit to an 8-run lead. 9 hits on the inning, no errors. And Jacob Sharp comes up with the bases empty and an 8-run advantage. And a chance for redemption for Jacob Sharp. He's the only guy to get out this inning on an unproductive out. There have been 2 outs. One was Doyle Kane with an RBI sac fly. The other was Jacob Sharp, a pop-up with the bases loaded. 1-0 pitch and takes it for a strike, 1-1. So this inning has now gone walk, single, double, walk, single, single, pop-up, single, sac fly, double, single, walk, single, home run. And now Jacob Sharp pops up on the right side. Will this finally end it? And Leo Rivera makes the catch, and Jacob Sharp pops up twice in the same inning. And it's okay. The Raptors score, and give me a moment here. Let me make sure I got this right. 13 runs on 9 hits, no errors, and none left on. I'll say that one more time. 13 runs on 9 hits, no errors, none left on for the Raptors. Hope you enjoyed it. I know I did. And the Raptors go from a 6-1 deficit to a 14-6 lead. We head to the top of the 5th here from the Rourke.
Are you looking for a career that's team-oriented with great pay and great benefits? Then look no further than C-Tran. We're looking for individuals to join our team. We offer paid vacations, holidays, and sick days, plus exceptional medical and dental coverage, educational assistance, a paid fitness program, cruise retirement, and so much more. Be a part of C-Tran's diverse family, where we put the care back in career. Check us out at c-tran.com/careers.
Holt Homes is proud to be a local builder. We embrace all that is special about Oregon and Southwest Washington. The natural beauty of the landscape, the dynamic climate, the community that brings us together. It's why we live and build in this place that we love. Holt Homes, built for the Pacific Northwest. Find home today at holtpnw.com.
Well, if you were watching the game here at the Rourke and looked up at the scoreboard and saw Ridgefield 1 run in the first inning, no runs in the second, no runs in the third, hey, 3 runs in the fourth, that's not bad. And you'd realize, nope, that's not 3 runs in the fourth. The scoreboard just can show 1 numeral. That's 13 runs in the fourth. And you'd be happy with 3. That's nothing to turn your nose up at. The Raptors score 13 runs in the fourth inning. I had scorecards all the way over in the 5th with how many batters they brought to the plate, and ended up being, let's see here, 16? Yes, 16 batters came to the plate. A record 13 runs. They had never scored more than 9 in an inning. They scored double digits and don't stop there. And there were no errors. There was one pop-up that got lost in the sky and landed for a fair ball. And now Jacob Kokeni comes in to pitch for the Ridgefield Raptors. A foul ball to start out this inning by Will Fwenning. Last time he came to the plate, it was a single in the 3rd inning when they scored 3 runs to take the lead, or expand the lead. Ridgefield got up 1-0. Gave up 2 in the 2nd, 3 in the 3rd, 1 in the 4th. Now we're on to the top of the 5th inning. Check swing, and Fwenning holds off. 1 ball, 1 strike from Jacob Kokeni out of San Diego Christian. And makes his first appearance here today of the series. Ground ball over his head, tried to barehand it, and it'll dribble into center field. Will Fwenning gets aboard on a leadoff single to bring up Cooper Cross, the left fielder. So leadoff base hit for Will Fwenning. Jacob Kokeni did pitch in the Wednesday game, a scoreless inning. His teammate Chandler DeYoung did pitch earlier this series out of San Diego Christian. 2 guys from that same college down in San Diego coming up to pitch for the Raptors. A first pitch ball to Cooper Cross, incoming freshman at Virginia Tech, who has a walk and an RBI fielder's choice today. Runner on first, nobody out. Kokeni from the stretch, a fastball fouled back. Mid-80s on the fastball for Jacob Kokeni. Throws a 4-seamer and a 2-seamer, a curveball and a changeup. He and Chandler DeYoung are both 4-pitch guys, if you count 4-seamers and 2-seamers as different pitches. 2 variations of the fastball. 1-1 the count from Kokeni. Throws a fastball again for a swing and a miss. Foul tip, in fact, into the glove of Sharp. Strike 2. 1 ball and 2 strikes to the left-hand hitting Cooper Cross. After Ridgefield takes the lead last half inning with a 13-run frame on 9 hits, no errors. 1 home run along the way, and that was just the icing on the cake. They scored the first 10 runs without a home run. It was the last 3 that came in on the bomb. 380 feet from Mikey Kane. A ball outside to make it 2-2. So Mikey Kane ends up with 4 RBIs in the inning. A single to center field on a 0-2 pitch, and then homers later the same inning over the bullpen and left, which is the hardest spot to hit a home run in this park. 2-2 pitch, swing, and a foul tip held onto by Jacob Sharp. And a strikeout for Jacob Kokeni, his first in West Coast League play. Kokeni takes over for Harrison Howell, who is now the pitcher of record. Howell did give up a couple of base knocks and a few runs. He gave up 4 earned in 2 1/3 inning, and yet he will likely get the win as long as Ridgefield can hold on to this 8-run lead. Fastball that's roped down the first baseline and foul by about 1.5 feet for Jacob Marquez. Got an RBI single in the 2nd inning and a sac fly in the 3rd. 2 runs batted in for Jacob Marquez. Got his first hit of the series back in that RBI in the 2nd. Did have 3 walks already coming in. The 6'1" sophomore bats from the left side as 1 out and a runner on first. Kokeni with a 2-seam fastball fouled into the netting on the 3rd base side. Peter Abenanti, the interim head coach, runs over to snag it. His coaching staff consists of just him at the moment. He'll be joined by his head coach, Brandon Van Horn, soon. and another coach from Lewis Clark State as well. Jacob Marquez plays for Lewis Clark State. He's at the plate, the third baseman. His team trailing 14-6, Ridgefield in front. With Will Fwenning, the runner at first. The 0-2 pitch from Jacob Kokeni. Here it comes. Fastball fouled back. And it's 0-2 still. Both of the last two games, yesterday and today, have consisted of a team taking an early lead in the first inning, relinquishing that lead, and then saying, I want it back, and taking it back. Yesterday, Walla Walla regaining the lead and held on to it through the sixth inning, and the game was called due to rain. 0-2 pitch is way outside, 1-2. Ridgefield had the first lead of this game, scored in the bottom of the first, but gave up the lead the very next half inning. 2 runs in the second, 3 runs in the third, and another run in the fourth, and it seemed like Walla Walla was just kind of cruising along, and they led 6-1. 1-2 the count from Kokeni. Runner goes. A fastball outside. The throw to second is not in time, and Will Fwenning steals second. Runner in scoring position for the Sweets with 1 out. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Jacob Marquez. And that 6-1 lead for Walla Walla seemed pretty comfortable until the fourth inning. The 2-2 pitch upcoming from Jacob Kokeni. Fastball swing and a miss. He struck out 2 in a row, both on foul tips into the glove on 2-2 pitches both times. Mason Masterson, the batter. 2 down, runner on second. A 14-6 advantage for the Raptors. Just to recap that fourth inning in order, this is how the sequence went. Walk, single, double, walk, single, single, pop-up, single, sac fly, double, single, walk, walk, single, home run, pop-out. That was the inning, and it was fun. As fun as it sounds. 13 runs on 9 hits, no errors. First pitch is a ball to Mason Masterson. Want to know the count with 2 away. Kokeni kicks a fly ball to right field, slicing towards Trent Prokes, and he is able to get underneath it and make the catch. It's a scoreless inning for Jacob Kokeni. Gives up a leadoff single, but nothing more. No runs in on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on for the Sweets. The fourth inning goes Ridgefield's way, and they lead 14-6. Stay with us for the bottom of the fifth when we return.
Hey baseball fans, after the game visit A, the area's premier gaming, dining, entertainment, and meeting destination. A is a proud supporter of the Ridgefield Raptors and the perfect place to meet up with friends after a Raptors win for dinner, drinks, and great times. Keep the fun and excitement going after the 9th inning and grab beers at Tom's Urban, or enjoy a perfectly cooked porterhouse at Michael Jordan's Steakhouse. With 100,000 square feet of gaming space, 15 different restaurants, bars, and retail outlets to choose from, A has just what you need to turn your night at the ballgame into a night you won't forget. A, just off I-5 at exit 16, ILANIresort.com.
The Ridgefield Raptors are back, where the entire family can watch top-level college baseball players live at the Rourke. Now, kids 12 and under get in free with a paid adult for all Sunday afternoon Raptors games. Enjoy local Southwest Washington baseball with the whole family this summer. Sunday games are at 105 and are presented by Peace Health and the Columbian. Come cheer on your Ridgefield Raptors all season long. Get your tickets now at ridgefieldraptors.com. Go Raptors!
Well, Ridgefield in front as we move to the bottom of the fifth inning. It will be Will Chambers to lead off. After an exciting fourth inning, what's going to be next for Ridgefield? They don't need 13 runs or anything, but we'll see what Will Chambers can do. He contributed in that fourth with an RBI single to center field. Also has an RBI double and a walk. He's 2 for 2. And in that fourth inning, perhaps the most exciting play, if not for the home run, was an RBI double for Safea Mawai, which scored Will Chambers from first base. Second time that Chambers has done that this series. And he almost never does that. He is not the fleetest of foot. He's a slugger. He's a great guy. He's got serious power. He's a great hitter. But he's no sprinter. That's for sure. As Colby Solomon deals low for a ball, new pitcher in the game for Walla Walla. It's Stauffer in the game. Hard hit fly ball to left center field. Will Chambers dominates that fastball over the 360 mark in left center. And a leadoff solo home run for Will Chambers, his second of the season. And Will Chambers is now the all-time leader in home runs in a career for the Raptors. His 10th home run in West Coast League games in his career. 101 miles an hour off the bat.
411 feet.
It's now 15-6, and the Raptors picked up where they left off after a 13-run inning. A solo home run to begin this one. Doyle Kane, the batter.
Your attention, fans. We do have a men's winning ring that has been turned in. Men's winning ring that was turned in. Judge Clement, please come up to the birthday.
Want to know is the count to Doyle Kane, who had one at-bat last inning. There were only 2 guys who had one at-bat. The other 7 guys in the lineup had 2 plate appearances. Doyle Kane had an RBI sac fly. He's now got a 2-0 count from Stauffer. And a ball down and away for a 3-0 count. So Will Chambers homers to begin the 5th. As Ridgefield scored a record 13 runs last inning. Here's the problem with the records, and I love it. All the big numbers, the 21 runs on Wednesday, which was the most runs in a Raptors game ever. 13 runs last inning, which is the most runs in a Raptors inning ever. They tied the record for the most hits in a game on Wednesday. Record for most RBIs. 3-0 count and a ball down and away. Doyle Kane walks on 4 pitches. And now we're going to Safea Mawai for his third at-bat, the third plate appearance between last inning and this one. He walked to lead off the 4th. He doubled later in the inning. And is now at the plate here in the 5th. With a throw over to Doyle Kane to get him back to the bag. But the problem with the records and everything, which again it's so fun to see, I just feel bad for Raptors fans and broadcasters and people 10 years from now as Mawai rips a ball down the right field line foul. 10 years from now when the Raptors score, let's say, 15 runs in a game, they'll be able to say, man, what a game, but they're still 6 runs away from setting the record. I mean, how many more records are the Raptors going to set 10 years from now? They're doing all the big numbers now. I mean, why not score 14 runs in a game here and then make it 20, 10 years from now so you can still say the record's broken? I'm being facetious. I'd rather see the 21 now and just set the record and get as many runs as you can. I just feel bad. There won't be as many times you can say, oh, a record-breaking ... whatever it is. But then again, if they did it now, maybe they can do it again and more. Who's to say they won't score 22, 23 runs in a game a few years from now? Safea Mawai takes a ball outside. It's 1-1. Fastball below the knees for ball 2. 2 balls and a strike. Now that's the theory most times with any records. People say, oh, that record will never be broken. Whether it be Cal Ripken's consecutive game record or Wilt Chamberlain's 100-point game. If it's been done once, maybe again. Mawai hammers a ball to right center field. Playable. Craig coming over and the center fielder makes the catch. And there's 1 away here in the 5th inning. Doyle Kane goes back to first. Now, of course, if the game has changed and, 100 points in a single game by one player, for example, might actually be just about impossible. But then again, if it's been done once before, even if the circumstances have to change for it to be possible again, you never know. Could be done again. And maybe the Ridgefield Raptors will one day score 14 runs in an inning. It could be done. They score 13 runs last inning, 1 in so far this inning. McCarthy swings at the first pitch, bounces it through the left side, base hit. McCarthy gets another single. He's got 3 singles in the last 2 innings and 4 singles on the day. This one through the left side to put Doyle Kane to second base. He's been pulling the ball a lot, had an infield single to third base, then a single to left field, and an RBI in the 5th inning to center field. He also looped a ball that landed on the right field line but was called foul. Steven Espinoza has a double down the right field line, a walk. He's 1 for 2. Runners in first and second for the Raptors. They lead 15-6 with 1 out in the 5th inning. Espinoza out of San Jose State University got his first extra base hit in the 4th inning. Stauffer looks back at second, comes to the plate outside for ball 1 to Espinoza. 1-0 the count to the right-hand hitter playing third base today. Started a double play back in the first inning to keep Walla Walla off the board. Here's the 1-0 pitch and a called strike to Espinoza. Doyle Kane at second base. Riley McCarthy not being held on at first. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, infield and double play territory. Stauffer kicks on the 1-1 pitch. Breaking ball for a strike. And it's 1-2 to Steven Espinoza. Outfield playing straight up. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Steven Espinoza with 1 out so far here in the 5th. Stauffer with his hands chest high, looks back twice at second base, now throws a changeup outside for ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Steven Espinoza. Had that double in the 4th inning. He was the 3rd batter to the plate. Didn't get an RBI for it, but put runners in 2nd and 3rd. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and a fastball outside. And it's now a full count to Espinoza. And after his at-bat with runners in 2nd and 3rd, the Raptors trailing by 4 at that point. You kind of hope that maybe both of them can score, cut into the lead, and maybe some later inning they'll complete the comeback. And that wish was more than granted. Espinoza chops out a 3-2 pitch and fouls it up into the netting behind home. And stays alive for another payoff pitch. Espinoza came up to the plate again in the 4th inning. He was the 3rd guy to come up, as well as the 12th. And then walked later on an 8-pitch plate appearance. Stauffer comes set for another payoff pitch to Steven Espinoza. Throws on the outside corner, strike 3 called. And 2 outs in the inning. Nate Kirkpatrick to the plate. He walked twice last inning and scored twice. And they were good plate appearances. He saw 17 pitches last inning. Nate Kirkpatrick himself, or excuse me, 15 pitches. A 6-pitch walk and a 9-pitch walk. 15 pitches were thrown to Nate Kirkpatrick between 2 different pitchers, and he walked twice, scored twice. He has 2 outs and 2 on. Fastball on the outer half for strike 1. 1 run in this inning on a leadoff home run by Will Chambers. And like I said, most home runs now, he had 8. 1 behind Michael Hicks and the single-season record holder. But then he has 2 more this year returning. So he's got 10 in his West Coast League career. Nate Kirkpatrick grounds the ball through the right side, base hit. They will wave Doyle Kane around. The throw in from right field is just late, and Doyle Kane slides in safely. An RBI single for Nate Kirkpatrick.
There's another Ridgefield double.
Doyle Kane comes around from second base. Riley McCarthy stops at second. Nate Kirkpatrick at first, and now we're back to the top of the order. Trent Prokes is the batter. He had 2 hits in the 4th inning. 3 hits on the day, plus a walk. Here comes Stauffer with a fastball off the glove of the catcher Spear, and a pass ball that will advance both runners 90 feet. McCarthy to third, Kirkpatrick in a scoring position. Prokes had an RBI single to center field in the 4th inning and a 2 RBI single later that frame. He has had 4 plate appearances now just since the 3rd inning. We're currently in the 5th. He has scored 3 times already. 1 ball and no strikes to Trent Prokes. Left-handed batter. Fastball high for ball 2, 2-0. Ridgefield in this rubber match were on their way to perhaps losing a series. They were down 6-1 in the finale. And it looked like, well, I mean, there's plenty of innings left at that point, but down 6-1. Wasn't looking good. 2-0 pitch. Prokes hammers it to center field. Craig going back for it. It gets over his head. It one hops the wall. It'll score 2 runs. Trent Prokes into second base for a stand-up 2 RBI, 2-out double. His first extra base hit of the game and his 4th hit of the contest. No Raptors player has ever had 5 hits in a game. One has had 6. It's never been 5. Caden Connor had 6 in a game last year. I believe it was against Walla Walla, if I remember correctly. Mikey Kane, the batter, with a home run last inning and a single. Had 4 RBIs in the inning alone. His 2 hits both came in the 4th inning. He's 2 for 4. Runner on second. It's now 18-6. And a called strike to Mikey Kane. On the scoreboard, it shows 3 runs in the 4th, 4 runs in the 5th. They did even better. It's really 13 runs in the 4th inning. Just can't even fit 2 digits on there. So 17 runs have been scored in the last 2 innings. No balls and a strike to Mikey Kane. He takes outside ball 1. Kane hit a home run for the final RBIs of last inning. 2 outs, and Ridgefield had already scored 10. And he blasted a ball over the bullpen in left field 380 feet. Came off the bat at 99 miles an hour. 1 ball and 1 strike to Mikey Kane. Swings and hits it to center field. Joey Craig holding and making the catch. Well hit ball, but right at the center fielder. And the 5th inning comes to a close. The Raptors pad on the stats. They collect 4 hits and 4 runs, no errors, and 1 left on in the 5th inning. We head to the top of the 6th. That's the Raptors 18, which is a new record, by the way, in West Coast League play. 3 runs shy of their overall record. And the Raptors 18, the Walla Walla Sweets 6.
Hey baseball fans, after the game visit A, the area's premier gaming, dining, entertainment, and meeting destination. A is a proud supporter of the Ridgefield Raptors and the perfect place to meet up with friends after a Raptors win for dinner, drinks, and great times. Keep the fun and excitement going after the 9th inning and grab beers at Tom's Urban, or enjoy a perfectly cooked porterhouse at Michael Jordan's Steakhouse. With 100,000 square feet of gaming space, 15 different restaurants, bars, and retail outlets to choose from, A has just what you need to turn your night at the ballgame into a night you won't forget. A, just off I-5 at exit 16, ILANIresort.com.
The Ridgefield Raptors are back, where the entire family can watch top-level college baseball players live at the Rourke. Now, kids 12 and under get in free with a paid adult for all Sunday afternoon Raptors games. Enjoy local Southwest Washington baseball with the whole family this summer. Sunday games are at 105 and are presented by Peace Health and the Columbian. Come cheer on your Ridgefield Raptors all season long. Get your tickets now at ridgefieldraptors.com. Go Raptors!
Well, the Ridgefield Raptors were trailing 6-1 in this ball game. Getting out hit. Only had 4 hits in the ball game to Walla Walla 6. And the script has been rewritten. Ridgefield totaling 13 hits in the last 2 innings, scoring 17 runs to go up 18-6. It is a new West Coast League record in Ridgefield games. Previous record was 17 runs in a Walla Walla game. In fact, now of the top 4 games in Ridgefield history in terms of West Coast League games, in terms of runs scored, they have all been against Walla Walla. They've scored 17 twice, 16 once, and now 18 once against Walla Walla. And they beat the record that was set in 2019 of 17, tied last season at 17 runs. And now they score 18 in the series finale. 18-6 is the score. Chandler DeYoung comes in for Ridgefield following his college and summer league teammate Jacob Kokeni, also from San Diego Christian. Kokeni pitched a scoreless 5th inning, giving up a leadoff single and then striking out 2 and a fly out to close it. And now Chandler DeYoung comes in. First pitch, contact to left field off the bat of Michael Rollauer, and a fly ball playable for Riley McCarthy. He makes the catch. And 1 pitch, 1 out for Chandler DeYoung. Kevin Spear, the batter. 18-6 the lead for Ridgefield, have not allowed a run since the 1 run in the 4th that put the Sweets up 6-1. And that was far from the last word that Ridgefield had. First pitch to Kevin Spear is a called strike. We had 2 singles yesterday in his Walla Walla debut. The catcher is 0 for 2 today with a hit by pitch. Chandler DeYoung's strike 1 pitch is an off-speed pitch fouled on a toss inside. Chandler DeYoung, also a 4-pitch guy, 4-seam fastball, slider, curveball, changeup is his arsenal. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out for Chandler DeYoung, who comes set. Kicks and throws the 0-2 down and away. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out, bases empty for Ridgefield, which now has 10 more hits than the Sweets. The record is 22 hits in the game for Ridgefield. A swing and a foul tap to stay alive for Kevin Spear. So again, Ridgefield already setting a record for most runs in a West Coast League game. They did have 21 runs on Wednesday, but it was in a non-league game. Chandler DeYoung set for the 1-2 pitch. Fastball, check, swing. Looked like he went around, and yes, he did. On appeal, strike 3. Drop 3rd strike, and Sharp throws to first base. 2 down here in the 6th. 18-6 the lead. Ridgefield also has 18 RBIs, which does set a record. They have never had more than 17 in a game. They get 1 more than that today, and we're still only through 5 times at the plate for Ridgefield. We'll have at least 3 more at-bats as a team. Joey Craig, the batter. Here comes Chandler DeYoung with a fastball away from ball 1. Joey Craig, who played 41 games for the Gauchos this year. Not UC Santa Barbara, but Glendale Community College. Hit .340 this year at Glendale. Swinging strike, it's 1-1. He's from Omaha, and the starting pitcher yesterday for Ridgefield also from Omaha. Different high schools, they didn't know each other. But 2 guys from Omaha, Nebraska come out to play in Ridgefield. 1 against each other. 1-1 pitch bounces away, it's ball 2. 2 balls and a strike, 2 outs, base is empty. An 18-6 lead for the Raptors. Joey Craig against Ryan Obrecht, 2 guys from Omaha. First time he came up, he reached on an error, then faced Obrecht 1 more time, had the bases loaded, and Obrecht struck him out. He did have 2 hits on Friday. 2-1 pitch misses. It's 3-1 from Chandler DeYoung, who's from Mesa, Arizona. Joey Craig plays his college ball in Arizona, in Glendale. Takes a ball low and a 5-pitch walk to Joey Craig. He reaches, and Leo Rivera will be the batter to continue the 6th inning. He is the first baseman today. He has hit into a double play, he's walked, and he's hit a home run. Rivera had a solo homer in the 4th inning back when this game felt a lot different. That put them up 6-1. And the Sweets have not scored since then. He watches ball 1 outside. It was a 2-out solo home run to right center field. To pad the stats a little bit, or pad the lead, and put them up by 5, and that lead felt good. It was not strong enough. This one is hit pretty strong to right field. It's got a lot of carry and just over the wall. Trent Prokes took a leap at it and couldn't snag it. It's back-to-back home runs for Leo Rivera. Homers in the 4th for a 1-run home run. This one a 2-run bomb to right field. Cut into the lead a little bit. It's now 18-8. Scores Joey Craig from first after a 2-out walk. And a little 2-out rally for the Sweets to get 2 runs on the board and make the lead a little slimmer. It's still 10. Garrett Runyon, the batter. He has a single. And he's 1 for 3. First pitch to Runyon is a check swing, and he did go around on appeal. 0-1 the count. Runyon is the designated hitter today, which meant he spent a lot of time in the dugout during the 4th inning, watching Ridgefield bring up 16 batters to the plate, and a pitching change in the middle there as well. 0-1 pitch, a ground ball, misses the legs of DeYoung and slapped into center field, base hit for Garrett Runyon. And a little 2-out rally continues for the Swedes. It'll be Will Fwenning to the plate to continue the 6th inning.
Now on the plate is Will Fwenning.
No, I don't have to. I don't want to take that.
Fwenning batting from the right side. He led off last inning with a single. And he takes a big cut and misses the fastball from Chandler DeYoung, touching 87 miles an hour. Fwenning playing for West Texas A&M. Ridgefield has a player on the roster from the same D2 institution based in Canyon, Texas. A ball low for a 1-1 count. Isaac Keene will play for the Raptors this year. However, he has not yet arrived. Some players still coming in from their colleges to fill out the roster over the first week or two. And the roster always a little bit in flux in summer ball. Fwenning turns on a pitch, 1-1, and hammers it out to left field. And well foul. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Will Fwenning. I was talking with Chandler DeYoung, who's the pitcher right now after Wednesday's game, and Ridgefield had won that game 21-7 in comeback fashion, scoring 8 runs in 1 inning and winning easily. 1-2 pitch is just high, ball 2. And Chandler had said, do they score this many runs every game? It's pretty easy to pitch when you got 14 runs of a lead and 21 runs of support. And I said no, but maybe I was wrong. They have 18 runs today, and they're on pace for more than 21. Here's the 2-2 pitch. It is popped up in the infield. Espinoza coming in, the third baseman calling for it, makes the grab, and the inning is over. Walla Walla does get 2 runs and a home run by Leo Rivera. And they strand 1 at first inning. 1 strikeout as well for Chandler DeYoung. 2 runs in the frame on 2 hits. We are on to the bottom of the 6th inning. It's the Raptors 18 and the Walla Walla Swedes 8.
Are you looking for a career that's team-oriented with great pay and great benefits? Then look no further than C-Tran. We're looking for individuals to join our team. We offer paid vacations, holidays, and sick days, plus exceptional medical and dental coverage, educational assistance, a paid fitness program, cruise retirement, and so much more. Be a part of C-Tran's diverse family, where we put the care back in career. Check us out at c-tran.com/careers.
Holt Homes is proud to be a local builder. We embrace all that is special about Oregon and Southwest Washington. The natural beauty of the landscape, the dynamic climate, the community that brings us together. It's why we live and build in this place that we love. Holt Homes, built for the Pacific Northwest. Find home today at holtpnw.com.
Well, new pitcher for the Walla Walla Sweets is Hayden Thompson. Comes into this game, did pitch a little bit in the Friday game against Ridgefield, and comes back in to throw here in the finale. Hayden Thompson went 2 2/3 innings in his Walla Walla debut and gave up 5 earned runs on just 2 hits. He walked 5, struck out 3. He also had 2 at-bats, as Walla Walla at the time did not have enough position players to have a DH, and so he got 2 times to the plate, went over 2, struck out once. A ball high to Jacob Sharp. And we begin the 6th inning. Ridgefield has brought up 17 players the last couple of innings, and so scorecard's a bit of a mess as Sharp hammers the ball to left field. Jacob Sharp crushes this one to the scoreboard and gone. His 4th home run as a Raptor in just 4 games, and Jacob Sharp leads off the 6th inning the same way Will Chambers did last inning with a solo home run.
80 miles an hour off the bat. 34-degree launch angle. 351 feet. Thank you to Old for that tail of the tape.
Well, the Raptors have now scored 18 runs in the last 3 innings, and nobody out yet in the 6th. Will Chambers, who had a solo leadoff home run last inning as the Raptors brought up 8 to the plate. Jacob Sharp was the only one who didn't hit. Chambers swings at the first pitch. Ground ball to short, fielded by Rollauer, has time, and retires Will Chambers with a 6-3 putout. So Ridgefield padding the stats. They're already up to 19 runs, 8 by Walla Walla. The record was 17 in a West Coast League game in Ridgefield history. Broken that by 2. Only played 6 innings yesterday. And you never know if there would have been a 13-run inning in the books had they played all 9, but weather stopped that. Doyle Kane, the batter. Ball 1 to Doyle from Hayden Thompson. There have now been 3 home runs in the ball game by 3 different players. The record is 4. Ground ball to third base. 2-hopper fielded by Marquez. Sidearms over to first in time. And a 5-3 putout. And Safea Mawai will be the batter. He's the one who started this whole thing. If you want someone to blame, Safea might be as good a one as any. I mean that in a good way. He started the 4th inning, led off what turned out to be a 13-run inning. He walked and, of course, scored. Later doubled for 2 RBIs in the same inning. So this is his 4th plate appearance in the last 2 innings, and he bends over on a ball above his head. I think it clipped off his bat, or clipped off something. I didn't see Jim Courtney call foul ball. Maybe it didn't, and it's just ball 1. I thought I heard it clip off something, but maybe that. I never saw Jim Courtney say foul ball, so I'm going to call it ball 1 unless he didn't call it. Want to know the count? That one hit Safea on the shoulder, and he gets a hit by pitch. And he gives a thumbs up to Hayden Thompson, saying, "No worries, you're all right. I know you didn't do it on purpose." And so Safea Mawai gets aboard for the 3rd time today, and the 3rd time in the last 3 innings. Riley McCarthy, the batter, who has singled 4 times today. There are 2 different players who have 4 hits today. McCarthy has 1, and Trent Prokes the other. Will Chambers is 3. A ball down and away to McCarthy. It's 1-0. Safea Mawai at first base. And Riley McCarthy, the batter. Right-handed hitter out of University of Portland. A fastball in the dirt. Good block by Kevin Spear. Hayden Thompson out of Walla Walla Community College and playing for the Walla Walla Sweets. That's a 2-0 count to Riley McCarthy. A ball just below the knees, and it's 3-0 to Riley. Has put the ball in play 4 times. Like I said, 4 hits, an RBI single in the 4th. An RBI single, in fact, 2 RBI singles in the 4th. A 3-0 pitch to him is at the bottom of the zone for strike one. An infield single in the second, and a ground ball seeing eye single last inning in the fifth. 19-8 is the score. Ridgefield in front. 3-1 pitch is low and away, ball four, and he reaches for a fifth time. Pushes Safea Mawai to second base, and Steven Espinoza will be the batter.
That walk will bring up Steven Espinoza.
Espinoza doubled in the fourth inning, walked later that inning. Also has 2 strikeouts in the day, 2 runs scored for the right-hand batter, third baseman today. First pitch to him is a swinging strike, 0-1 the count. 2 outs, Ridgefield scoring 1 run on a leadoff home run by Jacob Sharp. 2 consecutive innings with a leadoff home run. Didn't have a leadoff home run when they scored 13 runs, but did have a home run to finish that inning, or finish the scoring. Got 1 more out after that. But 3-run home run by Mikey Kane. 1-1 count now from Hayden Thompson with 2 outs and 2 on. A fastball Espinoza, or changeup I should say. Espinoza thought it was the fastball, and Hayden Thompson pulls the string. Gets Espinoza to swing in front of it. 1-2 the count, 2 away. 11-run lead for the Raptors in the bottom of the 6th. The fastball off the mitt of Kevin Spear way outside, and will advance both runners on a wild pitch. Espinoza now with a 2-2 count, 2 on, 2 outs. Ridgefield scoring 18 runs between the last 3 innings. That's more runs than they had ever scored in a West Coast League game, just in the last 3 innings. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Espinoza. Fastball, he hammers this one to left field, carrying to the track, and it's into the bullpen for a home run. Steven Espinoza's first dinger as a Raptor is a 3-run bomb.
Steven Espinoza's home run. 94 miles an hour off the bat. 21 degrees. Gave him 343 feet.
This now is the most runs in a Raptors game ever, league or non-league. 22 runs in on 19 hits and no errors. After the record-setting 21 runs on Wednesday, the Raptors post 22 on the board here on Sunday. Now the 16 runs on Friday seem paltry by comparison. And who could even speak of the dismal 2 runs they scored yesterday? 22 runs in. Here's Nate Kirkpatrick to continue the 6th inning. 4 runs in on the frame, 2 consecutive frames. And 21 runs have been scored in the last 3 innings, all by the Raptors. A called strike. It's 1-1 to Kirkpatrick. 2 outs, base is empty. Hayden Thompson deals a curveball outside. And it's a 2-1 count to Kirkpatrick. Has 2 walks and a single. This inning alone, Ridgefield has scored 4 runs on just 2 hits. A solo home run to start it. They've both been home runs. A called strike, it's 2-2. So this inning has gone home run, ground out, hit by pitch, walk, home run. So this inning bookended by dingers. There's the 2-2 pitch, fastball, reach out, poking it, and Kirkpatrick lines out to the first baseman. Rivera snags it. And the inning comes to a close. 4 runs on 2 hits. No errors, and nobody left on. The Raptors, for scoring 22 runs, have left on a surprisingly few number of players. You'd think with that many guys in the base paths, they would have left on a lot. No, only 5. And most of those were before they scored all their runs. In fact, they've only left 1 runner aboard in this 3-inning stretch where they have scored 21 runs. Just ridiculous. I don't know what else to say. Let's take a break. Come back on the top of the 7th. It's the Raptors 22 and the Sweets 8.
C-Tran is your public transit system offering service in Clark County and beyond. Catch local service in Clark County, plus regional and express service to Portland. And now you can ride the current C-Tran's new on-demand service operating in Ridgefield and other areas. So leave the driving to us. C-Tran will take you out to the ball game and anywhere else you need to go. Visit c-tran.com for more information. C-Tran, our community, our promise.
Dick Hanna Dealerships is proud to welcome everyone back to support our Ridgefield Raptors. Just in time for warm summer nights with family and friends, lounging on the lawn, or eating dogs in the stands. Feels good to be back. In business for over 70 years, Dick Hanna Dealerships is a local, family-owned business with locations in Vancouver, Kelso, and Portland. Choose from thousands of cars and 12 new car brands. Experience nice in the car business. Dick Hanna Dealerships. Believe in nice. Now play ball.
Through 6 innings at the Ridgefield Outdoor Recreation Complex, the Walla Walla Sweets 8 runs on 9 hits and 1 error. And the Ridgefield Raptors, and no, I'm not lying to you, this is not April Fool's, 22 runs on 19 hits and no errors. Sounds pretty good. We head to the top of the 7th inning. Chandler DeYoung, the batter. First pitch hammered to right field. That ball's a no-doubter by Cooper Cross. Over the bullpen in right field to the grassy berm, and a souvenir for a fan out there. Cooper Cross jumped on the first ball. And this game is rife with offense. 9th run of the day for Walla Walla. Still a 13-run lead for the Raptors. But Cooper Cross gets his first home run as a Sweet. The 18-year-old slams one to right center field for a home run. That's the 3rd leadoff home run just in the last 2 innings between these two teams. And the 4th home run in the last 2 innings of this ball game. 3rd home run of the day for Walla Walla. 2 by Rivera, 1 by Cross. And now Jacob Marquez, the batter. Chandler DeYoung is the pitcher. Started out last inning. Has a 22-9 lead to work with. A fastball high for ball 2. 2-0. Walla Walla trailed early. Ridgefield taking a 1-0 lead. That was not enough run support. Walla Walla scored 6 unanswered. It was 6-1. 2-0 pitches outside. Ball 3 to Marquez. With a 6-1 deficit, Ridgefield came into the bottom of the 4th inning and just turned on the Jets from the get-go. Scoring 13 runs in the frame, most of them before they even got 2 outs. 3-0 pitch is high for ball 4, and a 4-pitch walk to Marquez. Mason Masterson, the batter. And Walla Walla went quickly in the 5th inning with no score, so it was 14-6 at the time. Ridgefield in front. They poured on 4 runs in the next inning, a solo home run by Will Chambers to begin that inning right after the 13-run frame. They scored 3 more runs after that in the inning. Then another solo home run the next frame and scored 4 in that inning. But Walla Walla had a 2-run home run in the meantime and another home run this inning, and so both teams continue to circle the bases. A called strike on Mason Masterson. It's 0-1. And then a changeup inside for ball 1. Runner on first, a 1-1 count to Masterson, the Linfield University infielder and Jesuit High School product in Portland. 1-1 pitch. Fastball fouled back. He's from Ridgefield. And it's played well here at the Rourke. Has an RBI single on the day. He's 1 for 3. Made his debut yesterday with a 2 RBI single. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Masterson, the second baseman today. Runner on first and nobody out. Here comes Chandler DeYoung. Slider. Oh, he thought it was strike 3. And it just runs outside for ball 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Jacob Marquez takes his lead from first. Here's the 2-2 pitch. It tails inside. Almost a front door slider for strike 3. Chandler DeYoung bookends the plate. Back-to-back pitches that miss. A 1/4 inch outside and a 1/4 inch inside. And now it's a full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Fastball, it's poked through the right side, base hit. And Masterson is aboard. Marquez will stop at second. And so with still no outs in the inning, Marquez to second base, Masterson aboard, and Chandler DeYoung will have a chat with Jacob Sharp. There's nobody throwing right now in the Ridgefield bullpen. Again, a 13-run lead for the Raptors. 22-9 is the score. They have out-hit the Sweets 19-10 in that category. only one error in the game. It was by the Swedes back in the first inning. In fact, the very first batter by Ridgefield reached on an error. Reached on a single but advanced on an error. And ever since that first batter for Ridgefield, there have been no errors by either team. 2 runners aboard for the Swedes, nobody out. Top of the order, it is Michael Rollauer who watches strike one. Chandler DeYoung came in last inning to face the top of the order. He's now going through the lineup for a second time. He got Rollauer to fly out in his first at-bat. The 0-1 pitch to Rollauer. He flies it to right field and out of play. Rollauer walked and went 0 for 3 yesterday. Got thrown out at second, trying to stretch a 1-base error into a 2-base error. Got thrown out at third, trying to steal. Grounds one towards short. Kirkpatrick deals to second. Up with it is Mikey Kane on to first. Not in time. Mikey Kane put his hands on his head for a moment, surprised at the call. I thought it was an out as well for what would have been a double play. Instead, it's a 4-6 fielder's choice. And 1 out in the inning. Marquez to third, Masterson out at second, Rollauer to first. Kevin Spear, the batter, with 1 away, runners in the corners. 1 run in on the inning on a leadoff home run. And the Swedes trying to turn that into a crooked number in the inning. 22-9 is the score. Ridgefield in front. But hey, if Ridgefield can score double-digit runs in 1 inning, Walla Walla could do something like that right back. You never know. Swing and a miss from Kevin Spear. Strike 1. He is 0 for 3 in the contest. Recent high school graduate from Bishop Blanchett High School, headed to Gonzaga. Now takes a called strike. It's 0-2 from Chandler DeYoung. Joey Craig on deck. Runners on the edges for the Swedes, 1 away. Chandler DeYoung comes set with his blue glove just above his belt. Throws outside. Ball 1 to Kevin Spear. Ridgefield has used 4 pitchers now. Andy Evans, Harrison Howell, Jacob Kokeni, and Chandler DeYoung, whose 1-2 pitch is hit high in the air into shallow right field. Kirkpatrick going back. He bobbles and makes the catch. Held on to it. Coming down to his hip level and managed to collect it for a pop out to the second baseman. 2 down, and Joey Craig, the batter. First baseman for the Swedes, who had 9 home runs this year for Glendale Community College and stole 19 bases. He's got power and speed. And the right-handed batter comes to the plate for his 5th plate appearance of the day. A fly out, a strikeout, a walk, a hit by pitch. 4 different results. Looking for a 5th different one. This one in the dirt, skips away. 1 runner will advance from first to second. That's Rollauer. Marquez held at third. A wild pitch to put 2 runners in scoring position. Joey Craig, the batter, 1-0 the count, 2 down. Ridgefield ahead by a score of 22-9. Chandler DeYoung kicks, and the 1-0 pitch is again in the dirt. Bounces up the third baseline, and the runners hold. 2 balls and no strikes with the wind blowing out to right field at the moment. It was raining a little bit a couple innings ago. Not very hard, and then tailed off pretty quickly. 65 degrees in Ridgefield, and should be fairly dry until about 6 o'clock. So it looks like we're mostly going to get through it today with dry conditions. A foul ball from Craig to make it 2-1. A cathartic feeling just to see dry baseball. Yesterday it was very stop and start, never got a rhythm. Canceled the game after 6 innings, a win in the book as an official game. A ball inside, it's 3-1. Walla Walla was leading 6-2 after 6 complete innings, and so that, having gone 5 innings, is a complete game. Or, I mean, not complete in 9 innings, but it's an official game. And that was the first loss of the year for Ridgefield. The 3-1 pitch is high, ball 4. And Joey Craig reaches to load the bases. Leo Rivera, the batter, who homered last at-bat. He's got 2 home runs today. A solo and a 2-run shot. Now he's got 3 runners aboard Ridgefield still leading by 13, and so the worst Rivera could do could make it a single-digit game. Not the Ridgefield wants it, but they've got a cushion to work with. Really jumping on Walla Walla today after the uneven loss yesterday. 2 outs, Rivera takes ball 1. And Chris Cota, talking with his team after the game, said, I don't like losing. I know it's summer ball, it's not your college team, but I don't want to lose any of these games. And the Raptors seem to have taken that to heart, scoring 22 runs today, leading by 13. 1-0 pitch, Rivera. A high bouncer to third base. Espinoza has to wait a long time for it. Throws to first, and it gets away from Mawai. It'll go as an error, and 2 runs come in. The throw is in time, but a bit up the line. Espinoza will be charged a throwing error. E5 getting away from Mawai. It's a tough play for this first baseman, Safea, who having to lean up the first baseline, and the runner, Rivera, was kind of in the way. And so Espinoza, who might have had a chance to tag out the runner from second, Rollauer, who ended up scoring on the play. It's a 2-run error. And Rivera stops at first. Marquez scored. Rollauer scored. It's now 22-11. And the first error of the game against the Raptors. Garrett Runyon, the batter, who has 2 singles on the day. So runners in the corners, 2 away. Chandler and DeYoung, a couple unearned runs. And any more runs that come home will all be unearned. A ball high to make it 2-0. Most of the field in the sun. The 2-0 pitch. Ground ball to short. Mikey Kane reaches out, underhands to second. And a 6-4 fielder's choice to end the inning. So a leadoff home run by Cooper Cross is the only earned run off of Chandler DeYoung, but 3 runs do come in on just, let's see here, 2 hits on the inning and 1 error, 2 left aboard. We are through 6.5 innings from the Rourke. It is time to stretch. Bottom of the 7th coming up. The Raptors lead at 22-11.
This is WSU Vancouver, Southwest Washington's only 4-year research university. Whether in person or via distance delivery, WSU Vancouver offers high-quality education and an employer-respected degree. You'll get a small school feel and the kind of place where you know you matter. Here, you'll get personalized education that brings out the best in you and inspires you to achieve your highest goals. Now, what are you waiting for? Apply today.
A 380 batting average is like using Dawn as your mortgage lender. She has over 30 years rounding the bases to a new home and loves helping families build their dreams. Know anyone buying their first home? Would you like to make a cash offer on your next purchase? Evergreen Home Loans can help with several loan options. Call Dawn today to get started. 360-608-7438. Again, that's 360-608-7438. She would love to send you home. Go Raptors!
Sunday is Kids Day. Kids 12 and under get in free with a paid adult, up to 2 kids per adult. And especially today with the visitors from Union Ridge Elementary School, 3rd and 4th grade classes coming out to take in the ball game and sang the national anthem today. And now with the 7th inning stretch coming out. It takes a while to finagle 200 kids onto the ball field, and this may take a little while for all of them to get on the field, first of all, through that gap over in the third base side, and Walla Walla players and pitchers still not able to warm up. So there may be a little bit of a kid's delay. Hey, I'd rather have that than a weather delay, and we had 3 of those yesterday, so this one is cuter than a rain delay, so I don't even mind it. And Ridgefield will head to the bottom of the 7th when we get there. Let's just tune in. I'll turn up you can hear him sing "Take Me Out to the Ball Game." the kids from Union Ridge Elementary School. A rousing Take Me Out to the Ball Game rendition. Have you heard better? I haven't. 200 of them all joining in together. And I appreciate the patience from the Walla Walla players waiting to warm up. And Hayden Thompson to throw his warm-up pitches. And the Ridgefield players as well. And hey, they've given plenty of offense and things to cheer about to the kids on hand. So they'll try to return the favor with that Take Me Out to the Ball Game performance. It's 22-11, Ridgefield in front with 19 hits compared to 11 runs by Walla Walla on 11 hits. Both teams have hit well, just won twice as well in terms of 22 runs. And Hayden Thompson comes back in to pitch for Walla Walla to face the Raptors in the bottom of the 7th inning. It'll be the top of the order coming up. Safea Mawai led off the 4th inning, and ever since they have brought an average of more than 9 players to the plate per inning. So every time I've had to shift over in my scorecard to put players in the next column over. If they bring up more than 5 to the plate this inning, then they will again continue that trend of, on average, more than 9 hitters per inning. They only had 1 run going into the 4th and have proceeded to score 21 runs over the next 3 innings. Trent Prokes to lead off. He's got a single, a walk, another single, and a double. He's got 4 hits today, plus that base on balls. His 6th plate appearance will come against Hayden Thompson with an 11-run lead for the Raptors. He could become the first Raptor to ever have 5 hits in a game. Wouldn't be the record. There's been a 6-hit game, just not a 5-hit game. A called strike from Hayden Thompson to begin the bottom of the 7th. Trent Prokes with a single, a run scored in the 1st. He scored 3 times. Swings at a pitch down and away on an off speed. And a strike 2 on Trent Prokes. Will make an appearance for the first time at Cal State Bakersfield this upcoming year, transferring from Modesto Junior College. The 0-2 to Prokes. Breaking ball slices it right at the first baseman, Leo Rivera. Line drive, and he catches it at his shoe tops for out number 1. No 5-hit day, at least not yet, for Trent Prokes. And he won't get another at-bat unless they bat through the order by next inning. Ridgefield will have 1 more time at the plate next frame. Bottom of the 7th right now. Mikey Kane, the batter, has a home run on the day, an RBI single. He's 2 for 5. Watches ball 1 from Hayden Thompson. Had a 380-foot bomb at 99 miles an hour. Will Chambers has a home run. Chambers has hit 2 balls off the bat at over 100 miles an hour. A ball outside to Kane. It's 2-0. So Mikey has 4 RBIs in the day. The Kane brothers combining for 5 runs batted in. 2-0 pitch to Mikey Kane is outside for a 3-0 count. Trent Prokes has 5 RBIs on the day. He just had that line drive but got out. It's just the 4th time in Raptors history that a player has gotten 5 RBIs in a game. John Peck did have 6 in the game last year against Walla Walla, as Mikey Kane draws a walk outside for ball 4. And it'll be Jacob Sharp, who homered in his last at-bat. A 6th inning bomb to left field at 351 feet. This park plays small. It's only 310 down the lines. And the wind can take it, especially to right field. And we've seen 2 home runs to left today. Fastball down in the dirt for ball 1. Runner on first, 1 out for the Raptors. Jacob Sharp, the batter, had 2 pop-outs yesterday and a fly ball to right field to the warning track, but did not have a hit. Had 2 home runs and 2 doubles. 2 home runs and a double on Wednesday. Then 2 hits on Friday, including a home run. He's got 4 home runs in 4 games. Now, 2 of them were in the non-league games, so only 2 home runs in West Coast League play. 2-0 the count to Jacob Sharp and a called strike. It's only been 4 times that a Ridgefield player's had multiple home runs in a game. Never has a player had 3. Sharp has 1 already, takes a ball outside. It's 3-1. Runner on first with 1 out. Never happened in 2019, but last year it happened 3 times where a player hit 2 home runs. It was 3 different guys. John Peck did it against Walla Walla, Chambers did it against Yakima Valley, and Cody Darcy did it against Bend. A called strike to run the count full. 22-11 is the score. Ridgefield in front, having scored 21 runs between the 4th, 5th, and 6th innings. We're now in the 7th. Runner on first, 1 away for Jacob Sharp. Here's the payoff pitch, fastball. He fouls back and keeps the count full. Transferring to UNLV this year. Not only has that home run last inning, also a single. Three balls and 2 strikes still to Jacob Sharp. Here comes Hayden Thompson. Fastball, he hammers it down the left field line, clanks off the pole, and ricochets all the way to left center field. Jacob Sharp with another payoff pitch upcoming with a runner on first and 1 away. Here comes Hayden Thompson with a fastball, hit to center field. In front of Craig, he comes in and makes the catch at hip level, coming in on it, and makes the play. Fly out to center, 2 away. And Mikey Kane returns to first. Will Chambers the batter. He only had 1 at-bat in the 4th inning. And made the most of it, an RBI single. Part of the 13-run inning. Then he led off the 5th with a home run. With 2 outs, he takes the ball outside. He's got a single, a double, a home run. The only way this game could get better, and it's pretty good, 22 runs, that's a record all time. If Will Chambers triples, and I won't say he won't, but I mean, I'm going to lose my mind if he does. If he triples, he'll hit for the cycle for the first time in Raptors history. And will admit he's probably the least likely guy in the team to hit a triple. 1-1 pitch is outside, ball 2. But just imagine him that, to be able to say, and that honestly, if you had to pick between are the Raptors going to score 22 runs in a game or is Will Chambers going to hit for the cycle, the latter is the least likely of the two. 2-1 pitch, it's down. Now, he'd disagree. He'd say, I can hit triples all day. And I'd laugh and say, you're right, Will, but we both know that Will Chambers is a big home run slugger and a great baseball player, and he's not going to hit a triple anytime soon. And that's okay. Few players can. Will's a great baseball player. 3-1 pitch, takes a triple-esque swing, but doesn't get a piece of it. It's 3-2. Again, Will has a double for an RBI, 108 miles off the bat back in the first inning, singled in the 4th, homered in the 5th. It was the double that came off the bat stronger than the home run. Here's the payoff pitch to Chambers. He fouls it away. 2 outs, runner on first. And this park is it's not easy to hit a triple here. The farther the walls are back, the easier it is for a triple, just the ball rolling to the wall. But it's only 310 down the lines. I've seen Will Chambers get thrown out at second on a ball that hit the wall. There's another payoff to Chambers, outside, ball 4, and Chambers draws his 6th walk of the series. Pushes Mikey Kane to second, and Doyle Kane the batter. Kane has walked and a sac fly today. If he can get a hit, then every starter will have registered a base hit today. Top 4 hitters in the lineup have multiple hits. With 2 outs, here's Doyle Kane. Swings, a line drive towards second, over the glove of Masterson into center field. Mikey Kane gets the go around, and he will score. Doyle Kane bats in his younger brother, an RBI single to center field. And the Ridgefield Raptors pour it on. It's now 23-11. Safea Mawai, who led off in the 4th, now gets his 5th plate appearance in the last 4 innings. Takes a breaking ball for a strike. 2 outs, 2 aboard. The Ridgefield Raptors have scored 4 consecutive innings, totaling 22 runs in those 4 innings. And Mawai started it all with a 5-pitch walk to lead off the 4th inning. And things just got blown out of the water after that. A called strike, it's 0-2. The Raptors totaling 9 hits, 13 runs in the 4th. Then 4 more runs the next inning, 4 more runs the inning after that. And 1 more run here in this frame. 0-2 the count on Safea Mawai. Hayden Thompson trying to get out of it here. Breaking ball, Mawai swings and fouls it on a bouncer to Nick Allen, first base coach. Opposite him is Chris Cota, the third base box, whose arm may be tired from waving so many runners around from third base today. Mawai the batter with an 0-2 count, 2 away. Doyle Kane at first, Wilt Chambers at second. The 0-2 pitch swing and a high fly ball to left field, playable for Cooper Cross, and he makes the catch. And the inning is over. The Raptors have still brought up more than 9 players on average over the last 4 innings. They have brought up 37 at-bats in the last 4 innings, or 37 plate appearances, I should say. In this inning, just 1 run. Respectable, nothing crazy, on 1 hit. And it was the RBI single by Doyle Kane, his first hit of the day. 20 hits now in the ballgame for Ridgefield, which leads 23-11. A new pitcher coming in for the Raptors. It will be Tyler Tilton out of Chaffey College, who enters for Ridgefield. He's got a 12-run lead to work with. We head to the top of the 8th when we return on the Raptors live stream.
Hey baseball fans, after the game visit A, the area's premier gaming, dining, entertainment, and meeting destination. A is a proud supporter of the Ridgefield Raptors and the perfect place to meet up with friends after a Raptors win for dinner, drinks, and great times. Keep the fun and excitement going after the 9th inning and grab beers at Tom's Urban, or enjoy a perfectly cooked porterhouse at Michael Jordan's Steakhouse. With 100,000 square feet of gaming space, 15 different restaurants, bars, and retail outlets to choose from, A has just what you need to turn your night at the ballgame into a night you won't forget. A, just off I-5 at exit 16, ILANIresort.com.
The Ridgefield Raptors are back, where the entire family can watch top-level college baseball players live at the Rourke. Now, kids 12 and under get in free with a paid adult for all Sunday afternoon Raptors games. Enjoy local Southwest Washington baseball with the whole family this summer. Sunday games are at 105 and are presented by Peace Health and the Columbian. Come cheer on your Ridgefield Raptors all season long. Get your tickets now at ridgefieldraptors.com. Go Raptors!
To the top of the 8th inning. Ridgefield leading this game 23 runs on 20 hits. Walla Walla 11 runs on 11 hits. And the new pitcher into the ballgame with that 12-run lead to work with is Tyler Tilton, a right-hander out of Chaffey College in Southern California, Rancho Cucamonga. And deals high to Will Fwenning, ball 1, to open up the 8th inning. Kids Day here on Sunday. And for many of them, may have been their first baseball game in person. And kids, don't get used to 23 runs. This doesn't happen every game. But they have witnessed a spectacle today here at the Rourke. Ball 2 from Tyler Tilton, making his second appearance of this season and first in West Coast League play through 1 scoreless inning on Wednesday. A ball low to Fwenning. It's 3-0. 23-11 is the score. Ridgefield won on Wednesday 21-7 over Cowlitz. Pitching 9 different pitchers. 1 for each inning was the plan, and it worked out. Tilton throws a strike to Fwenning. It's 3-1. Tilton was scheduled to be the pitcher of the 9th inning, so we didn't know at the beginning of the game, am I going to come in with a 1-run lead to work with or down by 5? What's going to be the situation? 3-1 pitch is roped to left field, base hit, and a 1-hopper to McCarthy in left. A single for Will Fwenning. And it brings up Cooper Cross, who homered last inning. Also has an RBI fielder's choice, a walk. He has 3 runs scored. For the 18-year-old out of Reno, headed to Virginia Tech. Top of the 8th inning, runner on first, nobody out, a 23-11 lead. For the Ridgefield Raptors, Tyler Tilton, a fastball over the plate but low. Tilton threw in the 9th inning, and Ridgefield was up 21-7 by that point, and he worked quickly. 2 strikeouts and no runs in, no hits. Want to know the count, and off the glove of Sharp, a pass ball allows Will Fwenning to advance into scoring position. And a 2-0 count to Cooper Cross. Was not a save opportunity for Tyler Tilton, even though he pitched the 9th inning. Has to be a 3-run margin or less if you pitch 1 inning, the final inning, and you're not the pitcher of record. 2-0 pitches laced down the right field line and foul by a foot. Runner on second for Walla Walla, trying to cut into the lead a little bit. 23-11 is the advantage for Ridgefield, looking to win this series. They were down 6-1 in the rubber match, and now lead by 12. 2-1 pitch is down, ball 3. Runner starts to go, and Sharp up with it and gets Fwenning back to second base. 3-1 the count.
Help with the door, the guy's carrying like this.
Cooper Cross at the plate. And there's still nobody out here in the second inning, with Will Fwenning aboard after his leadoff single. The 3-1 pitch is on the outside corner for strike 2. Cross scored in the second after reach on a walk, scored in the third with an RBI fielder's choice, later scored. And after that third inning, they were up 5-1, extended it to 6-1 in the fourth. A ball down and away for ball 4, and it's going to advance the runner. A wild pitch to push Will Fwenning on a wild pitch to third and put Cooper Cross aboard on a walk. And so that'll bring up Jacob Marquez with runners on the corners and nobody out. Jacob Marquez, who hails from Santa Clarita, California. Took a long trip for his college ball when he was graduating from high school down in SoCal. Came up to Washington State University to play at Bailey Brayton Field. That trip from Santa Clarita to Pullman, Washington is a whopping 1,085 miles. Then he transferred after a year at Washington State to Lewis Clark State. He takes a strike. It's 0-1. Nobody out, runners in the corners. 12-run lead for the Raptors. Now, to go from 1,085 miles from Santa Clarita to Pullman, it was a much more modest trip when he transferred from Pullman to Lewiston, Idaho. That's just 32 miles to the east. 0-1 pitch, a half-hearted swing. He fouls it back, 0-2. So it goes from the D1 level and an opportunity at the NAIA school of Lewis Clark State, which made the NAIA World Series this year and advanced all the way to Game 19, the championship, but ultimately lost to Southeastern. 0-2 pitch is lifted to center field, not deep. Doyle Kane sprinting into left center, long run, and he finally makes the catch. Runners tagging from third. The throw is not in time, and Fwenning is safe on a sac fly, credited to Jacob Marquez. And so that puts up 12 runs on the board for Walla Walla. It's 23-12. How about that for Ridgefield to give up 12 runs and be comfortably in the lead? I think the pitchers owe dinner tonight for the hitters. Plenty of run support for Ridgefield today, using 5 different pitchers. Tyler Tilton, the fifth, a breaking ball high. That sac fly gives 1 out on the board. Marquez retired. Cooper Cross stayed at first. Mason Masterson is the batter. Want to know the count? 23-12 is the lead for Ridgefield. Off-speed low for ball 2. So the pitcher of record will be Harrison Howell. Did not pitch particularly effectively. Went 2 1/3 innings, 4 earned runs. But he was in there when the game was decided, when Ridgefield took the lead, and firmly, with 13 runs in the 4th inning. That is a Ridgefield record. Called ball to Masterson. It's 3-0. Mason making his debut yesterday at a 2 RBI single. And today has 2 base hits. 3-0 pitch is low for ball 4. 2 walks in the inning. And Cooper Cross in the scoring position. Masterson at first. And back to the top of the order. Michael Rollauer will be the batter.
Now at the plate is Michael Rollauer.
Andy Evans started this game, and when he exited in the second inning, he had already allowed 2 runs and was responsible for all 3 runners on base, left with the bases loaded. This Rollauer fouls the first pitch. The game really could have gotten out of hand, and Harrison Howell does deserve a lot of credit. I mentioned he wasn't particularly effective, but he should get a lot of credit for coming in with the bases loaded and not allowing any more runs to come in. There were 2 outs, but he got the 1 guy out. That was Joey Craig, who's now in the hole. On deck is Kevin Spear. A called strike, and it's 0-2 on Michael Rollauer. If Howell had given up a couple of hits, or dare say a home run, it could have gotten out to a much bigger lead than what it ended up being there in the second inning, just 2-1. Breaking ball, Rollauer gets a hold of it to left center field, but playable for Doyle Kane, who drifts over into left center and brings it in for out number 2. Tilton's got 2 outs on the board and runners in first and second. 1 run in the inning. 23-12 is the score. So Walla Walla scored 2 runs in that second inning, chasing the starting pitcher Andy Evans out of the game. So Ridgefield only got their starter to get 1 and a 2/3 innings, and now 5 pitchers in the ball game, and they've got plenty of runs to work with as the offense turned on the Jets in the 4th. And scored 21 runs between the 4th, 5th, and 6th innings. Just 3 innings, 21 runs. More runs than they had ever scored in any West Coast League game total. A foul ball by Kevin Spear to make it 1-1. 2 outs, 2 aboard for the Sweets in the top of the 8th. 23-12 is the score. Ridgefield will bring up the bottom of the order. Riley McCarthy will be the batter. A chance for a 5-hit day. And then Steven Espinoza has got a home run today, and Nate Kirkpatrick will be up in the bottom of the 8th. A called strike on Kevin Spear, strike 2. Walla Walla has hit well today. You look through the lineup, and they've got 4 guys with multiple hits. Rivera, Runyon, Fwenning, and Masterson. Here's the 2-strike pitch, and it's bounced to the Ridgefield dugout. 1-2 remains the count, 2 outs. Leo Rivera has scored 3 runs. He's got 4 RBIs. Cooper Cross with 2 runs batted in. Marquez with 3 of them. We've got some good performances today, but it's just been Ridgefield's day in the middle of this game. 1-2 the count, breaking ball high. And 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 on for Walla Walla. Kevin Spear batting in the 2-hole today, looking for his first hit. Does have a hit by pitch to reach 1 time out of the 5 plate appearances so far. 2-2 offering, fastball in on the hands. He loops it foul. Down the first base side, keeps the count at 2-2. No game tomorrow, and then a 6-game road trip beginning Tuesday. And so our next home game will not be for more than a week, not till June 14th. That's against Edmonton. First time ever that those 2 teams will play against each other. The Raptors have not faced Kelowna since 2019. Ridgefield will face Kelowna on Tuesday. They've never lost to Kelowna. Swept the Falcons back in 2019 on the road, the only series they ever played against them. They've also never lost to Nanaimo. But to be fair, they've never played Nanaimo. They're a new team. Breaking ball that's hammered to left center by Kevin Spear. Also playable for Doyle Kane. And the center fielder locates it and draws it in for out number 3. A leadoff single leads to a sac fly. 1 run comes in for Walla Walla on 1 hit. No errors. And 2 left on in the inning on 2 walks. It's still Ridgefield's game. We head to the bottom of the 8th. The Raptors 23 and the Sweets 12.
Are you looking for a career that's team-oriented with great pay and great benefits? Then look no further than C-Tran. We're looking for individuals to join our team. We offer paid vacations, holidays, and sick days, plus exceptional medical and dental coverage, educational assistance, a paid fitness program, first retirement, and so much more. Be a part of C-Tran's diverse family, where we put the care back in career. Check us out at c-tran.com/careers.
Holt Homes is proud to be a local builder. We embrace all that is special about Oregon and Southwest Washington. The natural beauty of the landscape, the dynamic climate, the community that brings us together. It's why we live and build in this place that we love. Holt Homes, built for the Pacific Northwest. Find home today at holtpnw.com.
Well, a 23-12 advantage for the Ridgefield Raptors. And seeing something we haven't seen yet this season, position player pitching. It's Garrett Runyon, who is the designated hitter today. He's 2 for 5, 2 singles. And now he's going to pitch, the Whitman College second-team all-conference player, DH today, and now he is pitching. And he'll face Riley McCarthy, who's already got 4 hits today and a walk. And Steven Espinoza and Nate Kirkpatrick, a Ridgefield Raptors offense that has totaled 20 hits, 23 runs. Only 1 error helped out by Walla Walla. That may have scored 1 run. It was 1 unearned run, but the other 22 runs are all earned. And the Raptors pouring it on a day that's mostly been dry, but now the rain does start to fall. Thought it might wait a little longer before coming in, but now it does start to rain fairly steady here as we get to the bottom of the 8th inning. It's Ridgefield 23 and Walla Walla 12. Garrett Runyon, a position player, throwing in the rain and against a team that has gotten 20 hits so far. Not the easiest of tasks for a position player or anybody. And Garrett Runyon will come in, face Riley McCarthy. Last time up at the plate for Ridgefield, assuming they can get 3 outs in the top of the 9th without too many runs. McCarthy takes his strike. It's 0-1 with the rain really flying through. It was a little bit of a sprinkle for a short amount of time, and now it's coming down hard in the top of the 8th. 0-1 pitch, and that ball way over the head of McCarthy. And Jim Courtney is going to call for a rain delay and call all the players off the field. It's too bad. We were just close to finishing this game. 3 hours and 26 minutes into the contest, and now we're going to pause for a rain delay. Had 3 rain delays yesterday, 1 more today. It's still early June. I think by the time Ridgefield comes back for their next home series, they might just not have to deal with this problem, but sometimes early on, you got to deal with a delay here and there. The Ridgefield Raptors lead at 23-12 in the bottom of the 8th inning. Garrett Runyon came in as a position player through 2 pitches and now has to exit with the weather delay. Well, we'll keep the live stream up. I'll step aside for a moment with the commentary, but you can stay right here and see if this game can continue at some point. Looking at the weather, it's hard to tell exactly how soon it might let up. It is showing perhaps it tailing off soon. I mean, according to the weather app I've got, it's not even really supposed to be raining right now, so I can't trust it all that much. It's supposed to come in more at 6 o'clock. And it's raining pretty good right now. So we'll update you when we know more. But at the moment, it's Ridgefield 23 and Walla Walla 12 with 1 inning remaining in this game, bottom of the 8th, and Ridgefield just needs 3 more outs to put the finishing touches on this one. If if they had to call it at this point, they'd have to cancel out the top of the 8th, which would be a shame for Walla Walla, considering they had scored a run and would take an RBI off the board for Marquez and a single for Fuening. But it already is getting pretty wet out there on the field. And so we'll see if we can kind of restart this game after a while, or at least just get him the final couple outs in the books. The Ridgefield has scored 23 runs just through the first 8 times at the plate. And had one more time. It was really that breaking ball over the head of McCarthy. 2 of those weather delays last time. It was in the rain, and they were kind of throwing through it, and it wasn't until a pitcher threw a wild pitch when the umpire said, all right, this is too much. And similar that time, Runyon threw the first pitch for a strike, and then it wasn't until he tried to loop one in there over the head of McCarthy that the umpire, Jim Courtney, said, all right, this is too much. And Peter Abenanti and Chris Cota chatting with the umpires out on the turf. I think they want to play if they can. The rain still coming down. Maybe not quite as hard as it was a moment ago, but still raining. Played through the rain a little bit yesterday, but ultimately had 3 weather delays and was canceled after the middle of the 7th. And now they're going to come back out there and perhaps get this game restarted. Play a few more, or one more inning to finish this one out. Garrett Runyon gets a ball back from Jim Courtney. Riley McCarthy will have a 1-1 count. No outs, bases empty when we resume, which seems like it may be soon. Bottom of the 8th inning, with Ridgefield ahead 23-12. And Riley McCarthy will be the batter to face Garrett Runyon. Again, no game tomorrow, and then 6 games in Canada. If you want to tune into those games in Canada, we will have a live stream, although not a video stream for all the road games, but just audio only, so old radio style, which you may be listening to right now anyways. Obviously, you can always tune into the audio stream for home game, same audio feed that you would hear if you just tuned in on the YouTube page or the Watch Live page for all the home games. So you got audio and video for home games, just audio only for the road games. You can listen to it at the same spot, just ridgefieldraptors.com and click Listen Live. I'm Josh Warden, excited to go back to Canada with the team. First time they've made the trip since 2019 and did pretty well. Swept Kelowna there. And we go back to Kelowna for a 3-game series. Stay the night after the finale Thursday and then drive Friday morning to Nanaimo. Catch the 12 o'clock ferry and play at 6:35 Friday against Nanaimo. 6:35 every single game in that road trip except for Sunday at 1:05. Same schedule that the Raptors play at, 6:35 and 1:05. All right, Riley McCarthy steps back in. A weather delay that lasted exactly 5 minutes. 4:31 p.m. to 4:36. And here we are 5 minutes later. And a little more wet. Chris Cota shaking out his helmet out in the third base coaching box to get some of the water dislodged. And the first pitch in 5 minutes is a called strike from Garrett Runyon, weathering the storm. 23 runs on 20 hits. Here's Garrett Runyon with the wind up and throws outside for ball 2. So Ridgefield has set the record for most runs in a ball game, whether league or non-league games. Set the most record for RBIs. Did not set the record for most hits. They have had 22 hits in a game before. A ball down low to make it 3-2. Had 22 hits on Wednesday when they scored 21 runs. Also had 22 hits in a game last year against Bend. They only scored 16 runs on those 22 hits. I say only. A big swing from Riley McCarthy. Foul tip held onto by Kevin Spear. And McCarthy is down swinging. Good work by Garrett Runyon. Position player comes in and gets a punch out. And he is the only guy that has retired Riley McCarthy today. He had come out 5 times. He had singled 4 of those 5 plate appearances and walked once. And that's the wildness of today. One pitcher gets Riley McCarthy out today, and it's a position player. Now it's Steven Espinoza First pitch of ball. He's also been tough to get out. He's got a double, a walk, and a home run on the day. A 1-0 count to Espinoza with the bases empty. A fastball away for ball 2. 23-12 lead with the rain still coming down. Not quite as hard as it was, but kind of picking back up again. I just hope Runyon can kind of keep hold of the ball and throw strikes. 2-0 pitches down, ball 3. 1 out, nobody on. The Raptors ahead by 11. 23-12. The 3-0 pitch is a called strike. The sun poking out, still raining, but now the field, which was shrouded in the clouds, now the infield all in the sun. The whole field sunny now. 3-1 pitch is fouled away. Full count to Espinoza. Ridgefield was down 6-1 in this game. Scored 13 runs in the 4th, 4 runs in the 5th, 4 runs in the 6th, 1 run in the 7th. And Espinoza draws a walk with a ball down and away. 6 pitch base on balls, and Nate Kirkpatrick will be the batter. An RBI single and 2 walks, 2 runs scored on the day for Kirkpatrick. Ridgefield, which was first or second in the West Coast League last year in runs, hits, doubles, home runs, total bases, batting average, slugging percentage. If they start out a series where they score 16 runs one game and 23 another, they're going to be in first place for a while in the West Coast League. A ball down and away to Kirkpatrick. And it was similar last year. They had a series against Bend where they scored 16 runs in the game and just trounced Bend early on. 0-1 pitch to Kirkpatrick is a called strike. In the entire year, Ridgefield was leading the league in offense, not just because of that series, but that one caused some big differential in all the doubles and hits and average categories. And they didn't relinquish that lead for a long time. 0-2 pitch on the outside corner. A 3-pitch strikeout for Garrett Runyon, and he has struck out 2. The designated hitter comes in and punches out 2 Raptors on a day where Ridgefield gets 20 hits, but Garrett Runyon's been the hardest one to hit. Chris Cote is going to come in and chat with home plate umpire Jim Courtney about a pinch hitter. And I believe this is Isaac Lovings. Comes in to hit for Trent Prokes. Trent exits with 4 hits on the day. And so Lovings, who was watching from the dugout for all 23 of those runs, comes in to join the party. Runner on first, 2 outs here in the bottom of the 8th. Ridgefield will close out this inning and then come out to get 3 outs in the field and call it a game. Mikey Kane on deck. Here comes Garrett Runyon with the ball high. Fastball at 86 miles an hour. Pretty good thrower out of Whitman College, the designated hitter today. And they burn their DH to use him as a pitcher. Want to know the count, and it's down and away. Runyon had 2 hits today, and he will actually be the 3rd batter of next inning, so he'll get an at-bat after pitching. Don't call him Shohei Ohtani, but closer than most guys are. 2-0 the count from Runyon, and it's outside. 3-0 to Lovings. Has allowed 1 walk and 2 strikeouts, so still no balls put in play off of Garrett Runyon yet. There's a 3-0 count to Isaac Lovings with the run mostly tapering off. Gets a strike called. Sprinkling a bit now, but not nearly as bad as it was 10 minutes ago. Had a 5-minute delay in the middle of this half inning, which compared to yesterday, we'll take it. 3-1 pitch is high for ball 4, so he's alternated strikeouts and walks. Mikey Kane, the batter, who has walked 5 times in the series. 2 hits Wednesday, 2 hits Friday, and 2 hits today. A single and a home run. 4 RBIs in the contest. Homer to left field, 380 feet, back in the 4th inning. Got the final 3 RBIs. And 4 RBIs in 1 inning for Mikey Kane back in the 4th. Fastball down and away for ball 1. Runners in first and second for the Raptors. 2 away, bottom of the 8th inning. Trying to score 5 consecutive innings. Leading 23-12. Here comes Runyon with a fastball. Kane clips under it. Fly ball down the right field line, foul territory, and out of play. Walla Walla has used 5 different pitchers. They started with Jace Hansen, who went 3 innings and was pitching pretty well until he pitched into the 4th and did not get an out, having faced 6 batters. And that unraveled in that inning. 1-1 pitch is outside. Colby Solomon came in and proceeded to pitch fairly well, but Ridgefield was just on fire and scored the remainder of the 13 runs against him. He gets charged with 11 earned runs in 2 innings. Hayden Thompson pitched a couple of 2 outs, 2/3 of an inning. Stauffer had 1 1/3, and then Runyon the last 2 outs. Runners in first and second for the Raptors. They lead 23-12. Here's the 3-1 from Runyon. The fastball's down and to the backstop, ball 4. And so he has a full house. Walks and strikeouts. 3 walks, 2 strikeouts. And now Jacob Sharp, the batter. He could add on to the lead, or Garrett Runyon could still get out of this inning in scoreless fashion. He hasn't allowed a ball in play yet. So Jacob Sharp, who has a home run of his own and a single, is 2 for 5 in the contest. Had a home run in the 6th inning to lead off. He was the only 0 on the board in terms of productivity in the 4th inning. He was the first out on a pop-up and the last out on a pop-up. He's the only guy to not get an RBI in that inning, or an RBI or a hit. Every other player had a hit except for Doyle Kane, who had an RBI. 1-0 pitch is high, ball 2. Runners in first and second for the Raptors. Here's the 2-0 from Runyon. High fly ball to center field. Joey Craig going back to the warning track, and he makes the catch in front of the wall, maybe just in front of the track. A few steps away from a grand slam for Jacob Sharp, which would have put the icing on the cake, but not necessary. The Raptors still lead 23-12. Jeter Sherman will come in for Ridgefield to pitch the 9th inning. And no, it's not a save opportunity for Jeter Sherman. He's got an 11-run cushion to work with in the top of the 9th. Sherman will try to close it out when we return on the Raptors live stream.
C-Tran is your public transit system offering service in Clark County and beyond. Catch local service in Clark County, plus regional and express service to Portland. And now you can ride the current C-Tran's new on-demand service operating in Ridgefield and other areas. So leave the driving to us. C-Tran will take you out to the ball game and anywhere else you need to go. Visit c-tran.com for more information. C-Tran, our community, our promise.
Dick Hanna Dealerships is proud to welcome everyone back to support our Ridgefield Raptors. Just in time for warm summer nights with family and friends, lounging on the lawn, or eating dogs in the stands. Feels good to be back. In business for over 70 years, Dick Hanna Dealerships is a local, family-owned business with locations in Vancouver, Kelso, and Portland. Choose from thousands of cars and 12 new car brands. Experience nice in the car business. Dick Hanna Dealerships. Believe in nice. Now play ball.
Jeter Sherman enters for the Ridgefield Raptors here in the top of the 9th inning. He is a right-hander out of Spokane Falls Community College. Grew up in Spokane, went to Mount Spokane High School, 6'2", 230-pounder. And he will pitch the 9th inning here against Walla Walla. The Raptors lead this game by a whopping score of 23-12. On 20 hits. And now the sun coming back out, no longer raining. It is pretty wet on the ground, but no precipitation coming down. A 5-minute rain delay in the 8th inning, but much better than yesterday when we totaled about an hour of rain delays between 3 different stoppages, and ultimately the game was canceled in the 7th inning. Went down as an official game with Walla Walla winning. So this being the 4th game of the year, Ridgefield has still not lost a 9-inning game. And if they hold on here and get 3 outs, they will have won 3 of the 4 games and get to 2-1 in West Coast League play. Jeter Sherman gets a foul ball off the bat of the leadoff hitter here in the 9th, Joey Craig. Made the catch in front of the track last half inning. Does have a walk, make it 2 walks, a hit by a pitch. No hits yet today for Joey Craig. Swings and fouls this one off as well. On deck is Leo Rivera. In the hole, Garrett Runyon. Jacob Sharp is caught all day long. Safea Mawai at first base. I believe that's Nick Lorenza, who has come in to play right field as a defensive replacement. 0-2 pitch is high. Isaac Levings came in to pinch hit for Trent Prokes, who was the right fielder. And yes, that's Nick Lorenza out in right field. A slider on the outside corner, strike 3 from Jeter Sherman. And a backwards K for the Spokane product. Sherman said he doesn't throw his slider a whole lot in the NWAC, Northwest Athletic Conference. All the community colleges in Washington and surrounding area. Doesn't throw the slider a lot because he can rely on his fastball a fair amount, touches low 90s on the 4-seamer and the 2-seamer, which he throws a lot. But he commands the slider the best. It's a strikeout pitch, but he just doesn't throw it more than a third of the, probably not even a quarter of the time. Fastball more than half the time. Gets a foul ball here against Leo Rivera. 0-1 the count, 1 away. Top of the 9th. And another fastball swing and a miss at 93 miles an hour. 6 strikeouts in the ball game for Ridgefield pitchers. Jeter Sherman out of the wind from the first base side of the rubber. Fastball just off the plate for ball 1. Rivera has 2 home runs today. Also scored 2 runs on a ground ball error on the third baseman, plus a walk. Big swing and a miss for strike 3. Strikeout swinging, and Sherman has punched out 2 in a row. 7 strikeouts means free tacos for all the fans in attendance. Thank you to Taco Bell for your sponsorship of Ridgefield Raptors baseball. 7 strikeouts today for Ridgefield pitchers. 1 by Evans as a ground ball down the third base side. Diving stop by Espinoza behind the bag. Gets up, throw to first in time. Ball game over on a web gem by Steven Espinoza. And after all the hits and runs we saw today, the game closes on a defensive masterpiece. Steven Espinoza dives and stops a laser down the third base line and gets up and throws out Garrett Runyon. And this ball game is over. Well, Ridgefield set some records today. They scored 23 runs, which is a Ridgefield record. Scored 13 runs in 1 inning. That's a record. 22 RBIs. That's a record. And hit 4 home runs, which ties the Ridgefield record. And so quite the day for Ridgefield today on the field. 23-12 the final score on an offensive outburst, and that is an understatement. Take a day off tomorrow just to cool down the bats a little bit, and then go up to Canada on Tuesday to face Kelowna for a 3-game series, and then to Nanaimo for 3 more. 6-day Canada trip. You can tune in audio only. Tuesday, 6:35, and every one of those games at 6:35 except for the finale Sunday, a week from today, 1:05 in Nanaimo. You can get all the schedule and listen online at ridgefieldraptors.com. I'm Josh Warden. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. For everyone here on the production team with the Ridgefield Raptors and all the players and coaches, thanks for tuning in. Ridgefield wins it 23-12. Talk to you from across the international border 2 days from now at Tuesday, 6:35. Until then, so long, everybody.